Have you ever felt that familiar sting of someone looking down on you, underestimating your abilities, or dismissing your worth? It's a moment that cuts deep, whether it's a snide remark, an unspoken doubt, or the lingering sense that you're being written off. For many, it's a frustrating reality. But what if, instead of letting it break you, you could transform that energy into fuel to rise above? In life, there are always those who will try to measure you against their standards, their limited views, or their insecurities. Some will question your capabilities, others will belittle your dreams, and a few might even treat you like you're invisible. It's not fair, but here's the truth. Their opinions don't define you. They never have, and they never will. What truly defines you is how you respond. It's easy to react impulsively, to feel the rush of anger, or to demand respect in the heat of the moment. But what if the strongest move wasn't loud or aggressive, but calm, calculated, and rooted in unshakable self-worth? The kind of response that leaves doubters questioning their own assumptions, not your value. This isn't about fighting battles for the sake of pride. It's about mastering yourself so completely that others' attempts to undermine you lose all power. You don't need to raise your voice to be heard. You don't need to explain yourself to be understood. And you certainly don't need to prove your worth to those who are determined not to see it. Strength isn't in reacting. It's in remaining steady. When you control your response, you control the narrative. Think about this for a moment. The most powerful figures in history, those who shaped the world and commanded respect, didn't gain their influence through petty arguments or desperate pleas for validation. They led with a quiet confidence, a presence that spoke louder than words ever could. And that same presence lies within you, waiting to be harnessed. The key is found in timeless wisdom. Ancient philosophers believed that true strength comes from mastering your emotions, focusing on what you can control, and letting go of the rest. This isn't just a lofty ideal. It's a way of life that empowers you to rise above the noise, to walk through challenges with your head high, and to silence those who doubt you, not with words, but with undeniable grace. There's something incredibly liberating about not needing to convince others of your worth. It's a realization that shifts your focus from seeking approval to building unshakable confidence. When you stop chasing external validation, you start living for something far more meaningful, your own growth, peace, and purpose. And that, my friend, is where true power begins. Every time someone underestimates you, they hand you a choice. You can let it weigh you down, or you can use it as a stepping stone to rise higher. You can argue endlessly, trying to change their minds, or you can let your actions and composure speak for you. The latter isn't just a more effective approach, it's a transformative one. There's a quiet strength in knowing who you are, in valuing yourself so deeply that others' opinions lose their sting. It's not arrogance, it's self-respect. It's the courage to stand firm in your worth, even when the world tries to shake you. And the beauty of it, this strength doesn't just silence underestimation, it inspires others to see you in a new light. But let's be honest, this isn't always easy. When someone doubts you, it's tempting to react, to defend, to prove them wrong. It takes immense self-discipline to pause, to breathe, and to choose a response that reflects your inner power. Yet, every time you do, you reclaim a little more of your peace, your dignity, and your freedom. This journey isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming resilient. It's about learning to navigate a world where doubt and criticism are inevitable without letting them dictate your path. It's about realizing that true respect doesn't come from demanding it. It comes from embodying it. When you carry yourself with quiet confidence, people notice. When you master your emotions instead of letting them master you, you become untouchable. And when you stop seeking approval from those who doubt you, you find something infinitely more valuable: self-approval. So, the next time someone underestimates you, remember this. Their words are just that, words. They hold no real power over you unless you let them. What matters is not what they say or think, but how you respond. And your response has the power to change everything. This is your time to rise above, to walk with the strength of someone who knows their worth and doesn't need to shout it. It's a mindset that doesn't just silence underestimation, it elevates you beyond it. By embracing this approach, you not only protect your peace, but also set a powerful example for others. You show them what it means to stand tall, to rise strong, and to move forward with grace. The journey ahead isn't about defeating your doubters, it's about mastering yourself. And in doing so, you'll find that the very things meant to hold you back become the fuel that propels you forward. Because when you own your power, nothing and no one can take it from you. When words fail to earn the respect they deserve, the most profound response is often no response at all. Silence holds a weight that arguments cannot carry. It unsettles those who expect a reaction and empowers those who wield it with purpose. There is something deeply compelling about the ability to say nothing while still commanding the moment. It is not avoidance or passivity, it is mastery. The art of silence is not just a strategy, it is a discipline of the mind, a sign of control, and a signal of strength. The wisdom of silence teaches us that words are not always necessary to make an impact. In moments of provocation, confrontation, or doubt, silence can communicate volumes. It shows confidence without arrogance, calmness in the face of chaos, and clarity where others bring confusion. Mastering silence is about more than withholding words. It is about understanding the timing, intention, and power behind what is unsaid. The key to strategic silence lies in self-control. To remain quiet when provoked requires a deep understanding of your emotions and a commitment to staying composed. It begins with rejecting the instinct to react impulsively. The ability to pause and assess a situation is a strength few possess, but those who do often find themselves in control. Silence unsettles people who expect confrontation, as it forces them to contend with their own words instead of deflecting blame or anger onto you. Strategic silence can disarm those who seek to undermine you. When faced with insults or belittlement, responding with restraint demonstrates that you are not easily shaken. It tells the other person that their attempts to provoke or diminish you are futile. The beauty of this approach is that it not only diffuses tension, but also reflects a confidence that words could never fully convey. In moments of conflict, silence allows space for reflection. While others rush to defend themselves, you can pause to consider the true nature of the situation. This pause gives you clarity, enabling you to act from a place of wisdom rather than emotion. People often mistake silence for weakness, but in reality, it is a shield. It protects your peace and allows you to conserve energy for what truly matters. Silence also provides a mirror. When you choose not to respond, the other person is left to examine their own behavior. Without the distraction of your words, they may come to recognize the pettiness or cruelty of their actions. It is a subtle but effective way to encourage self-awareness in others, without lecturing or confrontation. In professional and personal settings alike, strategic silence can establish authority. Leaders who speak only when necessary are often regarded as thoughtful and decisive. Their words carry weight precisely because they are not thrown around carelessly. This principle applies not only in grand moments, but in everyday interactions. When you learn to be selective with your words, people listen more closely when you do speak. Silence is also a tool for reclaiming power. If someone underestimates you or doubts your abilities, silence allows you to focus on proving them wrong through action rather than argument. Results speak louder than explanations. Instead of wasting time trying to convince others of your potential, channel that energy into showing it. This approach often leaves detractors speechless. The discipline of silence extends beyond confrontations. It is also a tool for internal growth. By creating moments of quiet, you allow yourself the space to reflect, process, and plan. Silence becomes a sanctuary, a place where you can regroup and realign with your values. It is in these quiet moments that clarity emerges, and with clarity comes strength. In social dynamics, silence can shift power balances. Those who dominate conversations or demand attention often rely on others to validate their presence. By remaining silent, you refuse to play into their need for acknowledgement, subtly asserting your independence. This form of silence is not about disengaging, but about demonstrating that you do not need to compete for space or approval. The art of silence also teaches patience. In a world that moves at a relentless pace, silence allows you to slow down and wait for the right moment to act. Timing is everything, and silence gives you the advantage of observing and understanding before making your move. This deliberate approach often leads to better outcomes and fewer regrets. When someone confronts you with anger or hostility, responding with silence can be a profound act of defiance. It shows that you are not willing to sink to their level. Silence in these moments is not passive, it is a statement of dignity. It communicates that you are in control of yourself, even when others are not. Silence also fosters respect. People admire those who can remain composed under pressure. When you choose silence over chaos, you set a standard for how you wish to be treated. This quiet confidence often inspires others to approach you with greater care and consideration. In the realm of relationships, silence can be a powerful teacher. It reminds us that not every disagreement needs to be resolved with words. Sometimes giving space is the most loving thing you can do. Silence allows emotions to settle and perspectives to shift, creating room for understanding to grow. Learning to master silence also involves recognizing when it is not the right tool. There are times when speaking up is necessary, when your voice must be heard to protect yourself or others. Silence should never be used to suppress your truth or avoid important conversations. The art lies in knowing when to speak and when to hold back. The practice of silence requires self-awareness. It demands that you understand your motivations and intentions. Are you staying silent out of strength or out of fear? Are you choosing not to respond because it serves the situation or because you are avoiding conflict? Honest reflection ensures that your silence is rooted in wisdom, not insecurity. Silence is also a form of respect for yourself and for others. When you refrain from speaking impulsively, you show respect for your own emotions by giving them time to settle. You also show respect for the other person by listening fully before responding. This thoughtful approach can transform the tone of an interaction, even in the midst of disagreement. The beauty of silence is that it is accessible to everyone. It does not require special skills or resources, only the willingness to practice. Over time, the discipline of silence becomes second nature. You begin to recognize the moments when silence is more powerful than words, and you learn to embrace them with confidence. The power of silence is not limited to conflict. It can also enhance connection. In conversations, moments of quiet allow for deeper understanding. They give the other person space to express themselves fully and invite you to listen with intention. This form of silence is an act of generosity, one that builds trust and strengthens relationships. Silence is also a gateway to self-discovery. In the quiet, you can hear your own thoughts more clearly. You can identify what truly matters to you and what does not. This clarity empowers you to make decisions that align with your values, rather than reacting to external pressures. The art of silence is not about withdrawal or avoidance. It is about choosing your words and actions with care. It is about recognizing that not every situation requires your input, and that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to say nothing at all. When mastered, silence becomes a source of empowerment. It allows you to navigate life with grace, to rise above petty conflicts, and to focus on what truly matters. It is a skill that strengthens your character, commands respect, and fosters inner peace. This mastery does not come overnight, but with practice, it becomes an integral part of who you are. Silence is not just the absence of words, it is the presence of wisdom. It is the understanding that strength lies not in how loudly you speak, but in how intentionally you choose to act. When silence becomes your ally, it paves the way for an even deeper strength, indifference. This isn't apathy or disengagement. It's a deliberate choice to remain unaffected by the chaos others try to bring into your life. Indifference carries a quiet power that unsettles critics, confounds instigators, and shields your peace from unnecessary turmoil. It is a skill not of avoidance, but of mastery, a discipline that grants you freedom from the need to react. The essence of indifference lies in recognizing what deserves your attention and what does not. Not every comment, insult, or slight warrants your energy. By practicing selective engagement, you take back control over your focus and emotions. Critics thrive on reactions. They seek validation through your response. Indifference denies them that satisfaction, leaving them powerless and often forcing them to reconsider their approach. Indifference is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to inner strength. It says, "I choose not to let you disturb my peace because I value myself too much to be drawn into your games." This mindset demands a clear understanding of your priorities. When you know what truly matters, it becomes easier to let go of the trivial. A provocation becomes a fleeting moment, not a lasting wound, when you view it from a place of indifference. Mastering indifference begins with self-awareness. It requires you to pause before reacting and assess the situation. Are the words or actions of another truly worth your time? Often, the answer is no. By detaching from the need to respond, you shift the power dynamic. The person seeking to provoke you is left with their own frustration, while you remain composed and unaffected. This approach also allows you to protect your energy. Every reaction you give to negativity drains your mental and emotional reserves. Indifference acts as a filter, preserving your energy for the things that align with your goals and values. It's not about ignoring the world, but about engaging with it on your terms, not on the terms of those who seek to disrupt your balance. Indifference requires a deep understanding of control. You cannot change what others say or do, but you can control how you respond. This principle, rooted in Stoic philosophy, teaches that your peace does not depend on external events, but on your inner state. When you fully embrace this, the provocations of others lose their grip on you. To practice indifference, start by reframing how you view criticism. Not every critical comment is an attack. Some may hold valuable feedback, while others reflect more about the critic than about you. By detaching emotionally from the criticism, you can assess its validity without being clouded by anger or defensiveness. This clarity not only strengthens your resolve, but also enhances your ability to grow from constructive feedback. Indifference is also a tool for setting boundaries. When you refuse to engage with negativity, you draw a clear line that others cannot cross. This boundary is not spoken, but demonstrated through your consistent actions. Over time, people learn that their attempts to provoke you are futile, and they often stop trying. In relationships, indifference can bring balance. It prevents you from becoming overly reactive or taking things personally. This steadiness fosters healthier interactions, as it allows you to approach conflicts with calmness and clarity. By not letting emotions dictate your responses, you create space for meaningful dialogue and resolution. Critics often rely on the principle of reciprocity. They provoke, expecting you to react. Indifference breaks this cycle. When you respond with calm detachment, you disrupt their pattern. This unpredictability forces them to re-evaluate their behavior, as they can no longer rely on the satisfaction of your reaction. Indifference is not about suppressing your emotions, but about channeling them wisely. It's natural to feel hurt, anger, or frustration when provoked, but those emotions do not have to control you. By acknowledging them without acting on them, you retain your power. This practice strengthens your emotional resilience, making it easier to navigate future challenges. Indifference also helps you maintain focus on what truly matters. When you refuse to be distracted by negativity, you can dedicate your energy to your goals and aspirations. This clarity of purpose not only keeps you grounded, but also propels you forward, unhindered by the opinions of others. To cultivate indifference, it's important to develop a strong sense of self-worth. When you know your value, the opinions of others carry less weight. Their words may sting momentarily, but they cannot shake your foundation. This confidence comes from within, nurtured by self-reflection and an unwavering commitment to your principles. Indifference also requires patience. It's tempting to react in the moment, especially when provoked. But by taking a step back and allowing time to pass, you gain perspective. What feels urgent in the heat of the moment often diminishes in importance when viewed with a calm and collected mind. Practicing indifference doesn't mean avoiding all interactions or ignoring problems. It means choosing which battles are worth fighting and which are not. By focusing on what aligns with your values and letting go of the rest, you create a life centered on purpose rather than reaction. In professional settings, indifference can be a powerful tool for maintaining composure. Criticism and competition are inevitable, but how you respond defines your reputation. By staying calm and focused, you demonstrate professionalism and maturity. This not only earns respect, but also positions you as a leader who cannot be easily rattled. Indifference also fosters emotional independence. When you detach from the need for validation, you free yourself from the influence of others' opinions. This independence is liberating, as it allows you to live authentically and unapologetically. You become less concerned with pleasing others and more focused on staying true to yourself. Critics often thrive on the drama of a reaction. By denying them this, you deprive their words of power. Over time, they may stop trying to provoke you altogether. This doesn't mean you won't encounter criticism, but it does mean that you'll be better equipped to handle it with grace and poise. Indifference also teaches you to pick your battles. Not every slight or insult deserves your attention. By choosing when and how to respond, you conserve your energy for the things that truly matter. This selective engagement is not only strategic, but also empowering, as it puts you in control of your narrative. In moments of conflict, indifference allows you to rise above. It demonstrates that you are not easily swayed by negativity and that your sense of self is not dependent on external validation. This strength often leaves critics and provocateurs at a loss, as they realize that their efforts to undermine you have failed. The practice of indifference is not about apathy or detachment from life. It's about living with intention and refusing to let negativity dictate your path. It's a skill that takes time to develop, but rewards you with greater peace, focus, and resilience. Indifference is a choice to prioritize your well-being over the opinions of others, to value your time and energy, and to stay true to your principles. It's a quiet power that speaks louder than words and leaves a lasting impression. When you master indifference, you reclaim your peace and stand unshaken in the face of doubt or criticism. When indifference shields your peace from unwarranted provocations, the next step is to transform negativity into a tool for growth. Disrespect, often disguised as underestimation, can be a weight that drags you down, or it can be a source of unparalleled strength. The choice is yours. To those anchored in Stoic wisdom, moments of disrespect become opportunities to rise, not by fighting against it, but by channeling its energy into personal empowerment. Underestimation often carries a hidden gift: clarity. It reveals what others truly think and exposes biases or assumptions about your abilities. This knowledge is invaluable, not as a source of resentment, but as a foundation for self-assessment and improvement. Turning disrespect into strength begins with recognizing it for what it is: a reflection of the other person's perspective, not a definitive statement about your worth. The first step in this transformation is grounding yourself in self-awareness. Disrespect can provoke emotional responses: anger, frustration, even doubt. However, these reactions only give power to the disrespect. When you center yourself in your values and capabilities, you create an inner fortress that shields you from these emotional disruptions. This process requires consistent self-reflection and a commitment to understanding your strengths and areas for growth. By focusing on what you can control, your actions, mindset, and responses, you strip disrespect of its power. Another key to handling underestimation is perspective. Often, those who disrespect others do so from a place of insecurity or misunderstanding. Instead of taking their words or actions personally, view them as opportunities to practice patience and emotional discipline. This shift in perspective doesn't excuse the behavior, but it allows you to approach it with wisdom rather than reactionary emotion. Channeling disrespect into strength also involves setting clear boundaries. While it's essential to rise above pettiness, it's equally important to communicate your limits. Boundaries aren't about confrontation, they're about self-respect. By calmly and assertively addressing unacceptable behavior, you reinforce your value without resorting to aggression. This approach not only preserves your dignity, but also sends a clear message that you will not tolerate being treated unfairly. Growth often comes from adversity, and disrespect can be a catalyst for extraordinary personal development. When someone doubts your abilities, let it fuel your drive to succeed, not to prove them wrong, but to prove to yourself what you're capable of. This inward focus keeps your efforts aligned with your goals rather than being derailed by external negativity. It also cultivates resilience as you learn to thrive regardless of the opinions of others. Another powerful strategy is to approach disrespect with curiosity. Instead of reacting defensively, seek to understand the root of the other person's behavior. What motivates their underestimation? Is it ignorance, fear, or an attempt to assert control? By asking these questions, you shift from a reactive stance to an analytical one, which not only diffuses tension, but also provides valuable insights into how to navigate the situation effectively. Disrespect often seeks to diminish your confidence, but it can only succeed if you allow it. Strengthening your self-belief is essential in these moments. This doesn't mean arrogance. It means cultivating an unshakable understanding of your worth and abilities. One way to do this is by reflecting on past achievements. Remembering times when you overcame challenges or exceeded expectations reinforces your confidence and reminds you of your capacity to rise above doubt. When faced with underestimation, your actions can speak louder than any words. Instead of arguing or explaining yourself, let your results do the talking. Whether it's excelling in your work, achieving personal milestones, or simply maintaining your composure, these actions demonstrate your strength far more effectively than verbal defenses ever could. Over time, consistent actions build a reputation that silences critics and earns respect. Turning disrespect into strength also involves emotional mastery. It's natural to feel hurt or anger when disrespected, but these emotions don't have to dictate your response. By acknowledging your feelings without acting on them, you reclaim control over the situation. Techniques such as mindfulness, deep breathing, or journaling can help you process these emotions constructively. This practice not only prevents emotional outbursts, but also strengthens your ability to stay composed under pressure. Empathy can also be a surprising yet powerful tool in dealing with disrespect. While it may seem counterintuitive, trying to understand the other person's perspective can diffuse hostility and open the door to constructive dialogue. This doesn't mean excusing disrespectful behavior, but it does mean recognizing that everyone carries their own struggles and insecurities. By approaching the situation with empathy, you shift the focus from conflict to resolution. Resilience is built through repetition, and every instance of disrespect is an opportunity to strengthen this quality. Each time you choose to rise above underestimation, you reinforce your ability to handle adversity with grace. Over time, this resilience becomes second nature, enabling you to navigate challenges with confidence and poise. This inner strength not only benefits you, but also inspires those around you, showing them that dignity and determination can prevail even in the face of doubt. Disrespect often thrives on assumptions, and breaking these assumptions can be a powerful way to disarm it. By consistently acting with integrity, competence, and confidence, you challenge the narratives that others may hold about you. This doesn't require grand gestures. Small, consistent actions that reflect your values and abilities are often the most impactful. One of the most liberating aspects of transforming disrespect into strength is realizing that you don't need external validation to thrive. While respect from others is valuable, it should never be the foundation of your self-worth. By prioritizing your own approval and aligning your actions with your principles, you create a sense of fulfillment that cannot be shaken by the opinions of others. Turning disrespect into strength also involves letting go of grudges. Holding on to resentment only weighs you down and keeps you tied to the negativity of the past. Forgiveness in this context isn't about condoning disrespect, but about freeing yourself from its hold. By releasing the emotional burden of grudges, you create space for growth and positivity. Patience is another crucial aspect of this process. Change doesn't happen overnight, and earning respect, whether from others or yourself, takes time. By staying committed to your values and maintaining a long-term perspective, you build a foundation of respect that is durable and genuine. This patience also allows you to navigate setbacks and challenges with greater ease, as you understand that each moment is part of a larger journey. One of the most empowering realizations in dealing with disrespect is that it can serve as a mirror, reflecting areas where you can grow. While not all criticism is valid, some may reveal blind spots or weaknesses that you can address. By approaching these moments with humility and a willingness to learn, you transform what could be a source of pain into an opportunity for self-improvement. In professional settings, handling disrespect with strength can set you apart as a leader. When you respond to underestimation with composure and competence, you demonstrate qualities such as resilience, emotional intelligence, and confidence. These traits not only earn respect, but also position you as someone who can be trusted to handle challenges effectively. The practice of transforming disrespect into strength also has a ripple effect. When you handle underestimation with dignity, you set an example for others to follow. Whether it's friends, family, or colleagues, your actions inspire those around you to rise above negativity and embrace their own inner strength. Ultimately, the power to turn disrespect into strength lies within you. It requires self-awareness, resilience, and a commitment to growth, but the rewards are profound. Each time you rise above underestimation, you not only silence the doubters, but also strengthen your own sense of purpose and capability. By choosing to transform negativity into empowerment, you reclaim your narrative and prove that your worth is defined not by others, but by the strength of your character. When disrespect becomes an opportunity for growth and strength, the next step is learning how to remain utterly unshaken. There's an immense power in not reacting. It's a form of self-mastery that allows you to stay rooted in peace, no matter how others try to disrupt it. Non-reaction isn't about ignoring the world or being indifferent to what's happening around you. It's about choosing how and when to engage, if at all. It's a virtue that protects your energy and leaves your opponents puzzled, unable to understand why their attempts to provoke you have no effect. Non-reaction begins with a deep understanding of control. The moment someone provokes you, the natural response is to react defensively or emotionally. This response often gives them exactly what they want: validation, attention, or control over your emotions. Non-reaction breaks this cycle. It's a deliberate choice to pause, reflect, and act, or not act, based on what serves your peace. This pause is where your power lies. The strength of non-reaction isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about mastering them. You acknowledge the anger, frustration, or disappointment that may arise, but you don't allow it to dictate your actions. This requires mindfulness, a practice of staying present and aware of your thoughts and feelings without being consumed by them. By creating this space between stimulus and response, you retain control over your choices. Non-reaction also disarms those who seek to provoke you. When someone tries to draw you into a conflict or argument, they expect a reaction. Your silence or calmness often catches them off guard, leaving them unsure of how to proceed. This confusion shifts the dynamic in your favor. Instead of being on the defensive, you're now in a position of quiet authority. In relationships, non-reaction can prevent unnecessary conflicts. When emotions run high, reacting impulsively often escalates the situation. By choosing not to react, you create space for both parties to cool down and approach the issue with greater clarity. This doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means addressing them from a place of calmness and thoughtfulness rather than anger or frustration. Non-reaction is also a powerful way to protect your energy. Every reaction requires emotional and mental effort. When you react to every provocation, you deplete your reserves, leaving less energy for what truly matters. Non-reaction helps you conserve this energy by teaching you to choose your battles wisely. Not everything demands your attention or response. The practice of non-reaction builds resilience. Each time you resist the urge to react, you strengthen your ability to handle challenges with grace. Over time, this becomes second nature, allowing you to navigate difficult situations without being overwhelmed. This resilience doesn't just benefit you, it inspires those around you to adopt a similar approach, creating a ripple effect of calmness and control. Non-reaction is deeply tied to self-respect. When you choose not to react, you're saying, "My peace is more important than your provocation." This isn't arrogance, it's a declaration of self-worth. It's a way of prioritizing your well-being over the temporary satisfaction of winning an argument or proving a point. Another important aspect of non-reaction is timing. Sometimes the best response is no response, at least not immediately. By delaying your reaction, you allow yourself time to gather your thoughts and approach the situation with a clear mind. This delay often leads to better outcomes, as it prevents impulsive decisions that could escalate the issue. Non-reaction also fosters emotional independence. It liberates you from the need for external validation or approval. When you're not reacting to every comment, critique, or slight, you demonstrate that your sense of self isn't tied to what others think or say. This independence is empowering, as it allows you to live authentically and confidently. To practice non-reaction effectively, it's essential to develop patience. Provocations often test your ability to stay composed in the face of challenges. By cultivating patience, you learn to withstand these tests without losing your cool. Patience also allows you to see the bigger picture, recognizing that not every battle is worth fighting and not every comment is worth addressing. Non-reaction can also be a tool for personal growth. When you choose not to react, you give yourself the opportunity to reflect on the situation. What triggered the provocation? Why did it affect you? What can you learn from this experience? By asking these questions, you turn a potentially negative encounter into a chance for self-improvement. In professional settings, non-reaction can set you apart as a leader. When others react emotionally to criticism or setbacks, your ability to stay calm and composed demonstrates maturity and professionalism. This quality earns respect and positions you as someone who can be trusted to handle difficult situations with poise. Non-reaction is not about silence for the sake of silence. It's about thoughtful engagement. It's about recognizing when speaking or acting would add value and when it would only add noise. By practicing discernment, you ensure that your words and actions carry weight and purpose. Non-reaction also creates space for understanding. When you don't react immediately, you give yourself the opportunity to see the situation from different perspectives. This broader view often reveals solutions or insights that would have been missed in the heat of the moment. It also allows you to approach conflicts with empathy rather than defensiveness. In social dynamics, non-reaction can shift the balance of power. Those who rely on manipulation or drama often lose their influence when they can't provoke a response. By remaining calm and detached, you assert your independence and demonstrate that you cannot be easily controlled or swayed. Non-reaction is also a form of strength. It takes courage to resist the urge to react, especially when provoked. This strength is not about suppressing your feelings, but about channeling them constructively. It's about choosing actions that align with your values and priorities, rather than being driven by momentary emotions. The virtue of non-reaction teaches you to prioritize peace over pride. It reminds you that not every confrontation needs to be won, and not every insult needs to be addressed. By letting go of the need to prove yourself, you free yourself from the cycle of conflict and resentment. Non-reaction also helps you maintain focus. In a world full of distractions and provocations, staying centered on your goals can be challenging. By choosing not to react to every external stimulus, you create a clear path for yourself, unclouded by unnecessary drama or negativity. The practice of non-reaction is a journey, not a destination. It requires consistent effort and self-awareness, but the rewards are profound. Each time you choose not to react, you strengthen your inner peace, build your resilience, and protect your energy. Over time, these choices create a life of greater clarity, balance, and fulfillment. Non-reaction is not about avoiding responsibility or ignoring problems. It's about responding intentionally rather than impulsively. It's about choosing actions that reflect your values and protect your well-being. By mastering this virtue, you not only confuse those who seek to provoke you, but also elevate yourself above the noise of unnecessary conflict. The beauty of non-reaction is that it empowers you to stay true to yourself, regardless of external circumstances. It reminds you that your peace is your responsibility and that no one can take it from you unless you allow them to. By embracing this mindset, you reclaim your power and create a life rooted in purpose, strength, and serenity. When the power of non-reaction grounds you in calmness, the next natural step is to refine your focus on what truly matters: your responses, your choices, your actions. The opinions of others swirl around constantly, like the wind, unpredictable and often beyond your control. Yet, your response to those opinions is something you can always govern. Learning to master this distinction is the key to living with peace and purpose. It's not about dismissing others entirely, but about recognizing the limit of their influence on your inner world. The concept of focusing on your responses is rooted in the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control. This principle teaches that while we may not control what others think, say, or do, we are always in control of how we interpret and respond to their actions. This shift in focus is not only empowering, but also liberating. It frees you from the exhausting effort of trying to manage or change the minds of others, redirecting that energy toward what is truly within your power. The first step in mastering this focus is acceptance. It begins with acknowledging that the opinions of others are not a reflection of your worth, but rather of their perspectives, biases, and experiences. By detaching your self-esteem from external validation, you build a foundation of self-reliance that is unshaken by the shifting judgments of others. This process requires consistent self-reflection and a commitment to aligning your actions with your values rather than with others' expectations. Focusing on your responses also involves embracing the art of pausing. When confronted with criticism or judgment, the instinctive reaction is often to defend, argue, or explain. However, this reaction places control in the hands of the critic. By pausing instead, you give yourself the space to consider whether a response is even necessary. This pause is where clarity lives. It allows you to assess the situation with a calm mind and act in a way that aligns with your goals and principles. Another critical aspect of focusing on your responses is understanding the role of perception. Often, the sting of others' opinions comes not from their words, but from the meaning we assign to them. For example, a dismissive comment might feel like a personal attack, when, in reality, it could be a reflection of the other person's stress or insecurity. By examining your perceptions, you can reframe these moments, reducing their emotional impact and gaining a more balanced view. This shift in focus also requires humility. It means accepting that you cannot control how others perceive you, and that their opinions are often influenced by factors you cannot change. Instead of striving to shape their views, focus on being authentic and consistent in your actions. This authenticity not only strengthens your character, but also earns genuine respect over time. Focusing on your responses is a practice of mindfulness. It requires staying present in each moment, aware of your thoughts and feelings, but not ruled by them. This awareness allows you to choose responses that serve your long-term well-being rather than reacting impulsively to short-term emotions. Mindfulness also helps you recognize patterns in your reactions, enabling you to identify triggers and work on them consciously. One of the most profound benefits of focusing on your responses is the preservation of your energy. Trying to control others' opinions or chasing validation can be mentally and emotionally draining. By letting go of this need, you conserve your energy for the things that truly matter: your goals, relationships, and personal growth. This conservation of energy not only enhances your productivity, but also brings a sense of calm and balance to your life. Focusing on your responses also strengthens your emotional resilience. When you stop reacting to every negative opinion or comment, you build a shield that protects your peace. This resilience doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care wisely, investing your emotional energy in areas where it can make a meaningful difference. Another essential element of this focus is learning to respond with intention. Instead of reacting out of habit or emotion, take the time to consider what kind of response aligns with your values. This intentionality not only diffuses tension, but also reinforces your sense of self-control. It's a reminder that you are not at the mercy of external events. You are the author of your own story. Focusing on your responses also involves cultivating gratitude. When faced with criticism or judgment, it can be helpful to shift your focus to the things you appreciate in your life. This practice of gratitude acts as a counterbalance to negativity, helping you maintain perspective and emotional stability. It also fosters a mindset of abundance, where the opinions of others lose their power to overshadow your inner joy. Another way to strengthen your focus on your responses is to set clear boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They are guidelines that protect your well-being. By defining what you will and will not engage with, you create a space where you can respond from a place of strength rather than defensiveness. These boundaries also communicate your self-respect to others, often discouraging unnecessary criticism or negativity. Focusing on your responses requires patience. It's tempting to react immediately, especially when emotions are high. However, patience allows you to approach situations with a clear mind and thoughtful intention. This patience is not passive. It's an active choice to prioritize your peace over fleeting impulses. The practice of focusing on your responses also enhances your relationships. When you choose to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, you create an environment of respect and understanding. This approach fosters healthier communication and deeper connections, as it encourages both parties to engage from a place of mutual respect. By focusing on your responses, you also cultivate inner freedom. This freedom comes from recognizing that you are not bound by others' opinions or judgments. It's a realization that your worth is not determined by external validation, but by the integrity of your actions and choices. This inner freedom is empowering, as it allows you to navigate life with confidence and authenticity. Another aspect of focusing on your responses is embracing the power of silence. Not every comment or judgment requires a response. Sometimes the most powerful statement is no statement at all. Silence can be a form of strength, signaling that you are not easily provoked or swayed. It's a reminder that your peace is more valuable than engaging in unnecessary conflict. Focusing on your responses also involves practicing self-compassion. There will be moments when you react in ways you later regret. Instead of criticizing yourself, use these moments as opportunities for growth. Reflect on what triggered your reaction and how you can respond differently in the future. This self-compassion not only fosters personal growth, but also strengthens your resilience over time. Focusing on your responses is an act of self-empowerment. It's a declaration that you will not be controlled by external circumstances or opinions. It's a commitment to living with intention, authenticity, and peace. By mastering this focus, you not only protect your well-being, but also set an example for others, inspiring them to embrace their own power and autonomy. This shift in focus transforms challenges into opportunities and creates a life rooted in purpose and resilience. When you focus on what you can control, a natural extension of that mastery is discovering the immense influence of presence. There is a silent power in simply being, an unspoken command of respect that needs no explanation or defense. Presence is not about the words you say or the arguments you make. It's about the energy you carry, the steadiness of your character, and the confidence that radiates without effort. It's a strength that draws people in and commands attention without a single word spoken. The power of presence begins with authenticity. People are naturally drawn to those who are grounded in their identity and clear in their intentions. Authenticity is not about perfection, but about consistency. It means standing firm in your values, acting with integrity, and showing up as your true self in every situation. This steadiness creates a foundation of trust and respect, as others sense they can rely on your character no matter the circumstances. Building presence also requires mindfulness. When you are fully present in the moment, you give your undivided attention to the people and situations around you. This level of engagement is rare in a world filled with distractions, and it leaves a lasting impression. People notice when you truly listen, when your attention doesn't waver, and when your actions reflect intentionality rather than haste. Non-verbal communication plays a crucial role in presence. Your posture, eye contact, and facial expressions often convey more than your words ever could. Standing tall, maintaining an open and approachable demeanor, and holding steady eye contact signal confidence and self-assurance. These small but significant cues create an aura of respect and composure that words alone cannot achieve. Calmness is another cornerstone of presence. In moments of chaos or tension, those who remain composed naturally command authority. Calmness signals that you are in control, not just of the situation, but of yourself. This sense of inner steadiness reassures others and fosters a sense of trust. People are drawn to those who exude peace in the face of challenges, as it reflects a deeper strength that words cannot replicate. Presence is also about the energy you bring into a room. Every person carries an unspoken energy, a combination of their confidence, focus, and emotional state. When your energy is grounded, positive, and intentional, it influences those around you. This doesn't require effort or performance. It's the natural result of being aligned with your values and purpose. People feel this energy, even if they can't articulate it, and it shapes how they perceive and interact with you. To build presence, you must also practice self-awareness. Presence is not about overpowering others, but about being aware of the dynamics around you and responding with intention. This awareness allows you to navigate social situations with ease, adapt to the needs of the moment, and connect with others in meaningful ways. It also prevents you from coming across as forceful or inauthentic, as your actions are rooted in genuine understanding rather than self-promotion. The power of presence is magnified through consistency. It's not about occasional moments of impact, but about showing up with the same strength and clarity time and again. Consistency builds trust and respect because it demonstrates reliability. People come to know what to expect from you, and this predictability creates a sense of security in your relationships and interactions. Humility is another essential aspect of presence. True presence is not about dominating a conversation or demanding attention. It's about creating space for others while holding your own ground. Humility allows you to connect with people on a deeper level because it shows that you value their contributions and perspectives. It fosters mutual respect and makes your presence feel welcoming rather than intimidating. Patience plays a vital role in cultivating presence. Rushing through interactions or trying to force outcomes often undermines the power of your presence. Patience allows you to remain calm and composed, even in high-pressure situations. It demonstrates confidence in your ability to navigate challenges without panic or haste. This sense of calm patience leaves a lasting impression, as it reflects a deeper level of self-assurance and control. Presence also involves a quiet strength. It's about holding space for others without feeling the need to fill every silence or prove yourself. This strength is most evident in your ability to listen. Listening deeply and without interruption shows respect for the speaker, and creates a sense of connection that words cannot achieve. It also allows you to respond with greater thoughtfulness and relevance, further enhancing the impact of your presence. The ability to adapt is another hallmark of powerful presence. Life is dynamic, and situations often shift unexpectedly. Those with a strong presence are not rigid but flexible, able to adjust their approach while staying true to their values. This adaptability reflects confidence and competence, as it shows that you are not easily thrown off course by changes or challenges. Presence also requires emotional intelligence. Understanding and managing your emotions allows you to remain composed and intentional in your interactions. It also enables you to read the emotions of others and respond in ways that foster connection and understanding. Emotional intelligence enhances your ability to navigate complex social dynamics with grace and ease, further solidifying the impact of your presence. Gratitude enhances presence by keeping you grounded and focused on what truly matters. When you approach interactions with a sense of gratitude for the opportunity to connect, for the people around you, or for the lessons you're learning, you naturally exude positivity and warmth. This gratitude is felt by others, making your presence a source of comfort and inspiration. Presence is not about being the loudest voice in the room, but about being the one who listens the most deeply, acts with the most intention, and responds with the most clarity. It's about creating an environment where respect is earned through action, integrity, and character, rather than through force or persuasion. Over time, the power of presence becomes second nature. It's not something you turn on and off, but a way of being that reflects your inner strength and authenticity. This natural presence has a ripple effect, influencing not only how others perceive you, but also how they interact with the world around them. By building presence, you not only command respect, but also inspire others to cultivate their own sense of purpose and grounding. Ultimately, presence is about alignment. When your thoughts, words, and actions are in harmony, you create an unshakable foundation of trust and respect. This alignment is the essence of presence, a silent but powerful force that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. When presence commands respect without words, the next step is to explore the profound power of silence as a response to detractors. Silence, far from being passive or weak, carries a weight that arguments often lack. It conveys confidence, control, and a refusal to be dragged into the chaos of unnecessary disputes. While others seek to dominate with noise, silence cuts through it with undeniable authority. It's a lesson in mastery, one that not only protects your peace, but also reshapes the way others perceive and interact with you. Silence is a strategy, not an absence of action. It's a deliberate choice that reflects inner strength and prioritization. When faced with detractors, many feel compelled to defend themselves, to argue their point, or to prove their worth. However, engaging in every argument often validates the negativity of others. Silence, on the other hand, denies them the attention and energy they seek, effectively neutralizing their efforts. One of the greatest benefits of silence is its ability to create space. In the heat of a disagreement, silence provides a pause, a moment to reflect, regroup, and consider the best course of action. This pause often unsettles detractors who expect immediate reactions. The absence of a reply forces them to confront their own behavior, often highlighting its futility or pettiness. In this way, silence not only protects your energy, but also subtly redirects the dynamic of the interaction. Silence is also a powerful communicator. It signals that you are not easily provoked or swayed by external negativity. This steadiness is often more impactful than any rebuttal could be. It demonstrates that you value your peace over the need to win a conversation or prove someone wrong. This quiet confidence can leave a lasting impression, as it reflects a depth of character that detractors often lack. Another strength of silence is its ability to shift focus. Arguments tend to spiral when both parties are focused on proving their point. Silence breaks this cycle. Without a response to fuel the disagreement, the detractor is often left questioning their motives and methods. This shift not only de-escalates tension, but also creates an opportunity for introspection and resolution. Silence also teaches boundaries. By choosing not to engage with detractors, you establish a clear line of what you will and will not tolerate. This boundary is not enforced with harsh words or confrontation, but with the quiet power of self-respect. Over time, this consistent practice discourages others from attempting to provoke or undermine you, as they recognize that their efforts will not be rewarded with your attention. In professional settings, silence can be a strategic tool. Detractors in the workplace often seek to undermine your credibility or create distractions. Responding to every criticism or challenge can sap your energy and detract from your focus. Silence, however, allows you to maintain your composure and keep your attention on what truly matters: your work, your goals, and your integrity. This focus often speaks louder than any argument could, as it demonstrates your commitment and resilience. Silence also fosters emotional independence. When you choose not to react to detractors, you affirm that your sense of self is not dependent on their opinions or actions. This independence is empowering, as it allows you to navigate criticism and negativity without being derailed. It's a reminder that your worth is not tied to the validation of others, but rooted in your own values and actions. A key aspect of silence is timing. Not every situation calls for complete silence, but knowing when to pause and hold back can be transformative. This timing often creates a sense of anticipation or curiosity in others as they wonder about your thoughts and intentions. This intrigue can shift the dynamic in your favor, as silence becomes a tool for influence rather than a perceived weakness. Silence also provides an opportunity for others to reflect. When you refrain from responding to negativity, you allow the detractor's words or actions to stand on their own. Often, this unfiltered exposure highlights the flaws or immaturity in their behavior. Without the distraction of an argument, others may begin to see the situation more clearly, leading to a natural resolution or shift in perspective. The practice of silence is deeply connected to mindfulness. It requires an awareness of your emotions and impulses, as well as a commitment to staying present in the moment. This mindfulness helps you recognize when silence is the most effective response, as it allows you to assess the situation with clarity rather than reacting out of habit or frustration. This intentionality not only strengthens your responses, but also deepens your understanding of yourself and others. Silence is also a form of self-preservation. Engaging with detractors often drains your emotional and mental energy, leaving less room for creativity, growth, and positivity. By choosing silence, you protect your reserves and ensure that your energy is directed toward what truly matters. This preservation is not about avoiding conflict, but about managing your resources wisely and with purpose. In personal relationships, silence can create space for healing and understanding. Arguments and disagreements often escalate when both parties feel the need to be heard. Silence, however, allows emotions to settle and perspectives to shift. It creates room for empathy and reflection, paving the way for more constructive communication. This approach doesn't ignore problems, but addresses them from a place of calm and clarity. Silence is also a statement of strength. It shows that you are not dependent on others' approval or validation to maintain your sense of self. This independence is often unsettling to detractors who rely on reactions to assert their influence. By refusing to engage, you assert your autonomy and demonstrate that their negativity holds no power over you. The power of silence extends beyond interactions with detractors. It's a tool for self-discovery and growth. In moments of silence, you have the opportunity to reflect on your values, goals, and priorities. This introspection not only strengthens your sense of purpose, but also equips you to handle future challenges with greater confidence and clarity. Another profound aspect of silence is its ability to convey respect. By choosing not to engage in petty arguments or negative exchanges, you show respect for yourself and for the dignity of the situation. This respect often inspires others to rise to the same standard, creating a more positive and constructive environment. Silence also teaches resilience. Each time you choose silence over argument, you build your ability to withstand negativity without being affected. This resilience becomes a cornerstone of your character, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. It's a reminder that true power lies not in reacting, but in choosing how to respond. The beauty of silence is its universality. It's a tool that can be applied in any situation, whether in personal relationships, professional settings, or moments of self-reflection. Its impact is not limited by language or culture, as it speaks to a deeper, unspoken understanding of human interaction. This universality makes silence a timeless and invaluable practice. Ultimately, silence is a form of mastery. It's the ability to rise above negativity and noise, to protect your peace and integrity, and to influence others through presence rather than persuasion. It's a reminder that strength is not always loud or visible, but often found in the quiet, deliberate choices that shape your life. By embracing silence, you not only disarm detractors, but also elevate yourself, creating a life rooted in purpose, respect, and resilience. When silence dismantles the power of detractors, the foundation for true emotional mastery emerges. It is one thing to resist engaging with negativity, it is another to maintain complete calm when provoked. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them, but learning to control them in a way that aligns with your values and strengthens your resolve. In moments of provocation, this calm becomes a superpower, a shield that protects your peace, and a tool that turns challenges into opportunities for growth. Emotional mastery begins with awareness. Before you can control your reactions, you must understand what triggers them. Everyone has emotional hotspots, situations or comments that ignite frustration, anger, or defensiveness. Recognizing these triggers is the first step toward mastery. When you are aware of what provokes you, you can prepare yourself to respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. This awareness is like an early warning system, giving you the chance to pause before emotions take over. A key element of keeping calm when provoked is perspective. Many provocations feel urgent or personal in the moment, but with a broader view, their significance often diminishes. A harsh comment, a dismissive gesture, or an unwarranted critique might feel like an attack, but often they say more about the other person than about you. By stepping back and viewing the situation objectively, you can separate your emotions from the actions of others, reducing their power over you. Breathing is one of the simplest yet most effective tools for emotional mastery. When you feel provoked, your body often reacts before your mind does. Your heart races, your muscles tense, and your breathing becomes shallow. By focusing on slow, deep breaths, you can calm your nervous system and regain control of your emotional state. This physical grounding gives your mind the space it needs to process the situation rationally. Another powerful strategy is reframing. Instead of viewing provocation as a threat, see it as an opportunity to practice self-control and resilience. Each time you stay calm in the face of provocation, you strengthen your ability to handle challenges with grace. This mindset shift not only reduces the emotional impact of the moment, but also turns the experience into a valuable lesson. Emotional mastery also involves setting boundaries, not just with others, but with yourself. It's about deciding in advance how you will respond to negativity and sticking to that decision, even in the heat of the moment. These boundaries act as a framework for your behavior, ensuring that your actions reflect your principles rather than your emotions. One of the most transformative aspects of emotional mastery is the ability to stay grounded in your self-worth. Provocation often targets your insecurities, aiming to make you question your value or capabilities. By cultivating a deep sense of self-respect, you can remain unshaken by these attempts. This inner confidence acts as a buffer, absorbing negativity without letting it penetrate your core. Practicing empathy is another powerful tool for staying calm. When someone seeks to provoke you, it's often a reflection of their own struggles or frustrations. By considering their perspective, you can respond with understanding rather than anger. This doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, but recognizing that it stems from human imperfection. Empathy transforms your response from one of defensiveness to one of strength and maturity. Self-talk is a critical component of emotional mastery. The way you speak to yourself in moments of provocation shapes your reactions. Instead of fueling your anger with thoughts like, "How dare they?" or "I can't believe this is happening," use affirmations to ground yourself. Remind yourself, "I am in control," or "This doesn't define me." These statements help redirect your focus from the provocation to your ability to handle it. Another essential aspect of keeping calm is patience. Provocations often feel like they demand an immediate response, but in reality, most situations benefit from a pause. Giving yourself time to reflect before reacting allows you to choose a response that aligns with your goals and values. This pause is not about avoidance, but about taking control of the narrative on your terms. Emotional mastery also involves learning from your past reactions. Reflecting on times when you were provoked can provide valuable insights into your triggers and patterns. What caused you to react? How could you have responded differently? By examining these moments with honesty and compassion, you equip yourself to handle future provocations more effectively. Mindfulness is another cornerstone of emotional mastery. By staying present in the moment, you can observe your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Mindfulness teaches you to notice your feelings without judgment, allowing you to respond with intention rather than impulse. This practice not only enhances your ability to stay calm, but also deepens your understanding of your emotional landscape. It's important to remember that emotional mastery is not about suppressing your feelings. Suppressed emotions often resurface in unhealthy ways. Instead, it's about channeling your emotions constructively. Anger, for example, can be a powerful motivator when directed toward positive action. By acknowledging your emotions and using them purposefully, you transform them into sources of strength. Staying calm when provoked also requires a commitment to your long-term well-being. Reacting emotionally might feel satisfying in the moment, but it often leads to regret or further conflict. By prioritizing your peace and integrity over short-term gratification, you make choices that serve your growth and resilience. Another critical aspect of emotional mastery is recognizing what is within your control. You cannot change the behavior or attitudes of others, but you can control how you interpret and respond to them. This focus on your own actions shifts the power dynamic, allowing you to reclaim your agency and protect your peace. Forgiveness plays a significant role in maintaining emotional calm. Holding on to resentment or anger only prolongs the emotional impact of provocation. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning bad behavior, but releasing its hold on your well-being. By letting go of grudges, you free yourself to move forward with clarity and strength. One of the most liberating aspects of emotional mastery is the realization that you don't need to engage with every provocation. Silence, detachment, and non-reaction are often the most powerful responses. These choices demonstrate that you value your peace and dignity over the need to win an argument or prove your worth. Another valuable practice is gratitude. When faced with provocation, shifting your focus to what you appreciate in your life can help neutralize negative emotions. Gratitude provides perspective, reminding you of the bigger picture and reducing the emotional weight of the moment. Emotional mastery is a journey, not a destination. It requires consistent practice, self-reflection, and a willingness to learn from your experiences. Each step you take toward mastery strengthens your ability to navigate life's challenges with confidence and grace. By committing to this practice, you create a life rooted in peace, resilience, and unwavering strength, no matter what others may bring your way. When emotional mastery gives you the strength to stay calm in the face of provocation, it leads to a deeper realization. The way others treat you often mirrors how they perceive you treat yourself. Self-respect is not just a silent shield against disrespect. It is the foundation that determines how others approach and value you. The journey of self-respect is not about demanding validation, but about embodying the kind of dignity that makes others think twice before crossing your boundaries. Self-respect begins with understanding your worth. It is not measured by achievements, status, or how others see you, but by the quiet recognition of your intrinsic value. When you know your worth, disrespect from others becomes less about you and more about their inability to act with decency. This awareness transforms how you respond to slights, allowing you to rise above pettiness and preserve your peace. Boundaries are a natural extension of self-respect. They are not walls to keep people out, but guidelines that teach others how to treat you. Setting boundaries requires clarity about what you will and will not tolerate. These boundaries don't need to be announced. They are communicated through your actions and reactions. Consistently enforcing them sends a powerful message. Your self-respect is non-negotiable. The connection between self-respect and confidence cannot be overstated. Confidence rooted in self-respect is unshakable because it doesn't rely on external validation. When you respect yourself, you carry yourself differently. Your posture, tone, and choices reflect an inner assurance that commands respect from others. This confidence is not about arrogance, but about knowing that you deserve to be treated with dignity. Practicing self-respect means valuing your time and energy. Disrespect often demands your attention, drawing you into arguments or situations that drain your mental and emotional resources. By recognizing the worth of your time, you can choose not to engage with those who do not value you. This detachment is not avoidance. It is a deliberate act of prioritizing your well-being. Another aspect of self-respect is self-care. How you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health is a form of respect that reinforces your worth. This care sends a clear message to the world. You value yourself enough to invest in your own well-being. Self-respect also requires integrity. It's about aligning your actions with your values, even when it's difficult. When you live with integrity, you demonstrate a level of consistency and authenticity that earns respect from others. Integrity is not about perfection, but about showing up as your true self, unapologetically and without compromise. Letting go of the need to please everyone is another cornerstone of self-respect. People-pleasing often stems from a fear of rejection or a desire for approval, but it undermines your boundaries and self-worth. When you prioritize your own values and needs over the constant pursuit of others' approval, you reclaim your power and strengthen your sense of self. Forgiveness is an often overlooked aspect of self-respect. Holding on to resentment or anger can weigh you down, diminishing your sense of peace and well-being. Forgiving those who have disrespected you doesn't excuse their behavior, it frees you from its hold. This act of letting go is a profound way to honor yourself and your journey. Self-respect also involves accountability. It means taking responsibility for your actions and decisions rather than blaming others or circumstances. This accountability fosters growth and reinforces your ability to navigate challenges with dignity. It shows that you respect yourself enough to learn from your mistakes and strive for better. The way you communicate reflects your self-respect. Speaking with clarity, confidence, and thoughtfulness shows that you value your words and the impact they have. This kind of communication not only commands respect, but also creates a space for constructive dialogue, even in challenging situations. Patience is another pillar of self-respect. It's the ability to endure challenges and setbacks without losing sight of your worth. Patience teaches you that your value isn't determined by how quickly you achieve your goals, but by the resilience and grace you display along the way. This steadiness often earns admiration and respect from others, as it reflects a depth of character. Self-respect is also about knowing when to walk away. Not every situation or relationship is worth your time and energy. Choosing to step back from environments or people that consistently undermine your worth is an act of courage and self-love. It's a reminder that you deserve to be surrounded by respect, not constant negativity. Empathy plays a surprising role in self-respect. Understanding the motivations and struggles of others doesn't mean tolerating their disrespect, but it does help you navigate interactions with wisdom and compassion. Empathy allows you to separate their actions from your self-worth, reinforcing the idea that disrespect is often a reflection of the other person, not of you. Self-respect is also about celebrating your accomplishments, no matter how small. Acknowledging your progress reinforces your sense of worth and reminds you of your capabilities. This practice helps you stay grounded in your value, even when others fail to recognize it. Another critical element of self-respect is embracing vulnerability. It takes strength to be open and authentic, especially in a world that often equates vulnerability with weakness. When you respect yourself, you understand that vulnerability is a sign of courage and humanity, not a flaw. This openness can deepen your connections with others and foster mutual respect. The practice of gratitude strengthens self-respect by shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. Gratitude reminds you of your strengths, your achievements, and the people who value you. This perspective reinforces your sense of worth and creates a positive foundation for how you interact with others. Self-respect also requires consistency. It's not enough to stand up for yourself in one moment and then compromise your values in the next. Consistency builds trust, not just with others, but with yourself. When you consistently act in ways that honor your worth, you reinforce the belief that you are deserving of respect. The relationship between self-respect and resilience is profound. Disrespect can be disheartening, but when you respect yourself, you have the strength to persevere. This resilience doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, but using them as fuel to rise above challenges. It's a reminder that your worth is not diminished by others' inability to see it. Ultimately, self-respect is about creating a life that reflects your values and priorities. It's about standing firm in your worth, even in the face of disrespect, and showing others through your actions that you deserve to be treated with dignity. By cultivating self-respect, you not only overcome disrespect, but also inspire others to treat you and themselves with greater care and consideration. When self-respect fortifies your core, the next layer of strength is found in stillness. There is a unique power in holding your ground without the need to rush, react, or over-explain. Stillness is not passive. It is an active choice to remain composed, deliberate and centered, even when the world around you is chaotic. This strength commands authority, not by overpowering, but by demonstrating unwavering control. It is the quiet confidence that others feel and respect, often without fully understanding why. The essence of stillness lies in the ability to resist impulsive reactions. Life constantly throws challenges, provocations, and demands your way. The natural tendency is to respond immediately, often fueled by emotion rather than reason. Stillness breaks this cycle. It allows you to pause, assess, and choose a response that aligns with your goals and values. This deliberate control over your reactions reflects a mastery that others cannot help but notice. Stillness is deeply connected to presence. When you are still, you are fully present, not distracted by past regrets or future anxieties. This presence creates a sense of clarity and focus that others find grounding. In conversations, your stillness gives weight to your words, as it shows that you are listening, processing, and responding with intention rather than haste. This thoughtful approach fosters respect and trust, as it demonstrates that you are engaged and purposeful. The practice of stillness requires emotional regulation. Emotions are powerful forces that can either guide or derail you, depending on how you manage them. Stillness doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but mastering them. It's about recognizing what you feel, understanding why you feel it, and deciding how to channel that energy constructively. This emotional intelligence not only protects your peace, but also enhances your ability to lead and influence. One of the most remarkable aspects of stillness is its ability to disarm conflict. When faced with aggression or hostility, stillness acts as a mirror, reflecting the intensity of the other person's behavior back to them. This often forces them to confront their actions and reconsider their approach. Without escalating the situation, you maintain control, steering the interaction toward resolution rather than confrontation. Stillness also reinforces patience. In a fast-paced world that values immediacy, the ability to wait and observe is a rare and powerful skill. Patience allows you to see the bigger picture, to gather all the necessary information before making decisions. This calculated approach not only minimizes mistakes, but also demonstrates a level of wisdom and foresight that commands authority. Another important aspect of stillness is self-assurance. When you are still, you signal that you are confident in yourself and your decisions. This assurance is not loud or boastful. It is quiet but undeniable. People are naturally drawn to this type of confidence because it feels stable and reliable. It inspires trust, as it shows that you are not easily rattled or influenced by external pressures. Stillness is also a form of resilience. When challenges arise, those who remain still and composed are better equipped to navigate adversity. This steadiness allows you to weather storms without being swept away by them. It's a reminder that strength is not always about action. Sometimes it's about endurance, about holding your ground until the right moment to act presents itself. The ability to command authority through stillness also involves listening. Active listening is a powerful tool that demonstrates respect and engagement. When you listen without interrupting or reacting prematurely, you not only gain valuable insights, but also create an environment where others feel heard and understood. This builds rapport and positions you as a thoughtful and fair leader. Another way stillness commands authority is through consistency. People respect those who are steady and reliable, who respond to challenges with the same level of composure and thoughtfulness each time. This consistency builds your reputation as someone who can be counted on, even in difficult circumstances. Over time, this earns you respect and influence, as others look to you as a source of stability. Stillness also fosters clarity. When you are still, you give yourself the space to think critically and creatively. This clarity enables you to approach problems with a fresh perspective, finding solutions that others might overlook. It also helps you prioritize, ensuring that your actions are aligned with your long-term goals rather than driven by immediate pressures. The discipline of stillness extends to your physical presence. Body language plays a significant role in how others perceive you, and stillness conveys confidence and control. Standing tall, maintaining steady eye contact, and keeping your movements deliberate rather than fidgety all contribute to an aura of authority. These non-verbal cues often speak louder than words, reinforcing the respect you command through your actions. Stillness is also a safeguard against overreaction. In moments of stress or provocation, overreacting can undermine your credibility and escalate tension. By remaining still, you create a buffer between the stimulus and your response, allowing you to choose actions that reflect your principles rather than your emotions. This self-control not only protects your integrity, but also sets an example for others to follow. The practice of stillness requires humility. It's about recognizing that not every situation requires your intervention, not every comment demands a reply. This humility allows you to focus your energy on what truly matters, letting go of distractions and noise. It also demonstrates a level of maturity that others respect, as it shows that you are not driven by ego, but by purpose. Stillness is also deeply connected to inner peace. When you cultivate stillness, you create a space within yourself that is untouched by external chaos. This peace is a source of strength, as it enables you to navigate challenges without being consumed by them. It also radiates outward, influencing those around you and fostering a sense of calm and cooperation. Another profound aspect of stillness is its ability to inspire reflection. When you are still, you give others the opportunity to reflect on their own actions and words. This can lead to greater understanding, resolution, and even growth, as the absence of immediate reaction creates a space for introspection. This influence is subtle but powerful, as it shifts the dynamic from conflict to collaboration. Stillness also requires discipline. It's not always easy to resist the urge to act or react, especially in high-pressure situations. However, this discipline is what sets stillness apart as a true strength. By practicing stillness consistently, you train yourself to approach challenges with a calm and deliberate mindset, no matter the circumstances. Ultimately, stillness is a form of empowerment. It's the ability to remain rooted in your values and purpose, regardless of external pressures or distractions. This empowerment is not about controlling others, but about mastering yourself. By embodying stillness, you not only command authority, but also create a life defined by clarity, resilience, and unshakable strength. When stillness becomes your strength, it opens the door to an even deeper challenge, embracing criticism as a tool for growth. Criticism often feels like a sharp edge, something to defend against or avoid. Yet, when viewed through the lens of Stoic wisdom, it transforms into a mirror, reflecting areas of improvement and opportunities to rise higher. The Stoic approach does not shy away from critique. It welcomes it, not to wound, but to sharpen. This is not about agreeing with every voice, but about discerning the valuable lessons buried within the noise. Criticism, at its core, reveals perspectives. It is a reminder that how others see you is shaped by their own experiences, biases, and expectations. Separating what is constructive from what is irrelevant is the first step in turning criticism into an opportunity. This discernment requires self-awareness. When you know your values and goals, You can weigh criticism against them, deciding what to take in and what to leave behind. This filter ensures that only feedback aligned with your growth has an impact. A vital part of embracing criticism is humility. No one is immune to flaws or mistakes. Humility allows you to approach criticism without defensiveness, recognizing that even harsh words can contain wisdom. This mindset shifts your focus from protecting your ego to refining your character. It takes courage to admit where you can improve, but it is this courage that leads to genuine growth. Criticism often triggers emotional reactions, anger, embarrassment, or insecurity. Mastering these emotions is essential. When you respond impulsively, you risk missing the insights that criticism offers. Instead, pause and process the feedback calmly. This pause not only helps you respond with clarity, but also demonstrates a level of maturity that earns respect, even from those who critique you. Turning criticism into opportunity also involves gratitude. While it may feel counterintuitive, expressing gratitude for feedback, even when it stings, creates a shift in perspective. Gratitude reframes criticism as a gift, an opportunity to see yourself through another lens and identify blind spots. This gratitude does not mean you must agree with all feedback, but that you value the chance to learn and improve. Another key aspect is curiosity. Instead of viewing criticism as an attack, approach it with a mindset of inquiry. What prompted this feedback? Is there truth in it? How can it guide your actions moving forward? This curiosity transforms criticism from something to fear into something to explore, broadening your understanding and enhancing your growth. Criticism also teaches resilience. Not all feedback will be kind or delivered constructively. Some may be harsh or unfair. The ability to endure and grow from these moments builds inner strength. Resilience is not about dismissing criticism, but about using it as fuel for your progress. It's the ability to take what serves you and let go of what does not, moving forward with greater clarity and determination. To turn criticism into opportunity, it's essential to detach your self-worth from others' opinions. When your sense of value comes from within, criticism becomes less about validation and more about information. This detachment allows you to approach feedback objectively, without letting it define or diminish you. Criticism often highlights areas for skill development. Instead of feeling discouraged, see it as a roadmap for where to focus your efforts. If someone points out a gap in your knowledge or abilities, take it as an invitation to learn and grow. This proactive approach not only improves your skills, but also shows others your commitment to self-improvement. One of the most transformative ways to handle criticism is to seek it out. This proactive approach shifts the narrative. When you invite feedback, you show confidence in your ability to grow and a willingness to improve. This openness fosters trust and respect, as it demonstrates that you are not afraid to confront your weaknesses. Listening is another critical skill in handling criticism. Often, the immediate reaction is to defend or explain yourself. However, true growth comes from listening fully before responding. By giving the other person your attention, you not only gain clarity on their perspective, but also create an environment of mutual respect. This approach often turns even harsh critics into allies. Reflection is an essential part of turning criticism into opportunity. After receiving feedback, take time to process it. What can you learn from it? How does it align with your goals and values? What actions can you take to address the points raised? This reflection turns criticism from a momentary discomfort into a long-term benefit. Criticism also challenges you to strengthen your confidence. Accepting feedback does not mean doubting yourself or your abilities. Instead, it's about using criticism as a tool to refine your strengths and address your weaknesses. This confidence, paired with humility, creates a balanced foundation for continuous growth. Another important element is the ability to distinguish between constructive criticism and negativity. Not all feedback is given with good intentions. Learning to identify the difference protects your energy and ensures that you focus only on what is helpful. Constructive criticism is often specific, actionable, and aimed at improvement, while negativity tends to be vague, personal, or rooted in others' insecurities. Criticism also offers an opportunity to practice forgiveness. Whether the feedback is harsh or unwarranted, holding on to resentment only weighs you down. Forgiving the source of the criticism, whether it's justified or not, frees you to focus on what truly matters, your growth and well-being. Turning criticism into opportunity also means sharing your growth journey with others. When you acknowledge and act on constructive feedback, you set an example for those around you. This openness fosters a culture of continuous improvement, where feedback is seen as a tool for growth rather than a source of conflict. The ability to remain composed when receiving criticism is another form of strength. Your reaction often says more about you than the criticism itself. By responding with calmness and thoughtfulness, you demonstrate emotional intelligence and maturity. This composure not only enhances your credibility, but also diffuses tension, creating a space for constructive dialogue. Criticism can also be a catalyst for creativity. Feedback often pushes you out of your comfort zone, challenging you to think differently or approach problems in new ways. Embracing this challenge can lead to innovative solutions and personal breakthroughs that might not have been possible otherwise. Turning criticism into opportunity is about persistence. Growth is not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey. Each piece of feedback is a stepping stone, guiding you toward greater self-awareness, skill, and understanding. By embracing this process with patience and determination, you transform criticism from a source of discomfort into a powerful tool for strength and success. This transformation is not just about growing stronger, it's about becoming unshakable, equipped to face any challenge with confidence and grace. When criticism is transformed into growth, the next step in preserving your strength is learning to set boundaries that protect both your energy and dignity. Boundaries are not about creating distance or conflict, but about defining how you wish to interact with the world and how you expect the world to interact with you. They are not walls, but guideposts that honor your values and ensure your well-being. Without boundaries, energy dissipates, relationships falter, and dignity erodes. Setting them effectively, without unnecessary drama, becomes essential for a balanced and fulfilling life. The foundation of setting boundaries is clarity. You must first understand what matters to you, your values, priorities, and non-negotiables. Without this understanding, boundaries can become vague or inconsistent, leaving others confused and your energy unprotected. Clarity empowers you to communicate your boundaries confidently and ensures that they are rooted in purpose rather than reaction. Communication is at the heart of boundary setting. How you express your boundaries can determine whether they are respected or met with resistance. Speaking with calmness, honesty, and respect fosters understanding and reduces the likelihood of unnecessary conflict. Phrasing boundaries in terms of your needs rather than accusations, such as, "I need time to focus," rather than, "You're always distracting me," helps others see them as constructive rather than combative. Another critical aspect of setting boundaries is consistency. A boundary that is enforced inconsistently loses its power and meaning. Consistency reinforces your intentions, showing others that your boundaries are serious and essential to your well-being. It also strengthens your confidence as you align your actions with your values. Boundaries are as much about self-discipline as they are about communication. Upholding your own boundaries requires a commitment to respecting the limits you set for yourself. Whether it's stepping away from toxic situations, prioritizing self-care, or saying no to obligations that drain you, honoring your boundaries internally reinforces them externally. One of the challenges of setting boundaries is dealing with resistance. Not everyone will welcome or respect your limits, especially if they are used to you being always available or accommodating. Facing resistance with grace and firmness is crucial. A boundary is not an invitation for debate. It's a statement of your needs. Responding to pushback calmly but assertively ensures that your boundaries remain intact without escalating tension. Boundaries are also deeply tied to self-worth. When you set and enforce them, you signal to yourself and others that you value your energy and dignity. This act of self-respect often inspires others to treat you with greater respect, as it demonstrates that you will not accept behavior or situations that undermine your well-being. It's important to remember that boundaries are not about controlling others, but about controlling your interactions with them. You cannot dictate how others behave, but you can decide how you respond. This distinction shifts the focus from external frustration to internal empowerment, making boundary setting a proactive rather than reactive practice. Flexibility is another key component. While boundaries should be firm, they should also allow for nuance. Not every situation is the same, and being rigid can sometimes create unnecessary tension. Flexibility means understanding when to adapt without compromising your core values. This balance ensures that your boundaries remain effective and relevant in various contexts. Boundaries also require regular evaluation. As you grow and change, so do your needs and priorities. Periodically reassessing your boundaries ensures that they continue to align with your goals and circumstances. This adaptability keeps them meaningful and prevents them from becoming outdated or ineffective. One of the most powerful benefits of setting boundaries is the energy it protects. Without clear limits, your time and mental space can become consumed by the demands and expectations of others. Boundaries create a buffer, allowing you to focus on what truly matters without being drained by distractions or unnecessary obligations. Boundaries also foster healthier relationships. When you set limits, you encourage open communication and mutual respect. This clarity prevents misunderstandings and reduces the likelihood of resentment. It shows others that you value the relationship enough to define how it can thrive, creating a foundation of trust and respect. Saying no is one of the most challenging yet vital aspects of boundary setting. Many people fear that refusing requests will lead to conflict or rejection. However, saying no is an act of honesty and respect. It prevents overcommitting and ensures that you can give your best to what truly matters. Saying no with kindness and firmness demonstrates that you value your time and priorities without diminishing others. Boundaries also teach accountability. When you enforce them, you hold yourself and others accountable for respecting your limits. This accountability fosters a sense of responsibility in your interactions, ensuring that they remain balanced and constructive. It also helps you avoid falling into patterns of blame or victimhood, as boundaries empower you to take charge of your own experiences. Empathy plays a significant role in boundary setting. Understanding others' perspectives can help you communicate your boundaries in ways that are more likely to be understood and respected. Empathy does not mean compromising your limits, but approaching interactions with compassion and a willingness to listen. This approach reduces defensiveness and fosters collaboration rather than conflict. Boundaries also challenge you to embrace discomfort. Setting limits often involves stepping out of your comfort zone, especially if you are not used to asserting yourself. However, This discomfort is temporary and leads to long-term benefits. Each time you uphold a boundary, you strengthen your confidence and resilience, making it easier to navigate similar situations in the future. Trusting your intuition is another essential aspect. You often know when a situation or relationship is draining you, even if you can't fully articulate why. Honoring these feelings by setting boundaries reinforces your self-trust, showing that you are willing to protect your well-being even when it's difficult. Boundaries are not static, they evolve as you do. Life's changes, whether personal growth, new relationships, or shifting priorities, require you to adapt and redefine your limits. This evolution is a sign of strength, not weakness, as it reflects your commitment to staying aligned with your values. Ultimately, boundaries are acts of self-love. They are not about isolating yourself from others, but about creating space for your well-being and growth. When you set boundaries, you affirm that your energy and dignity are worth protecting. This affirmation not only strengthens your relationship with yourself, but also inspires others to treat you with the respect you deserve. By embracing the practice of setting boundaries without drama, you create a life that honors your needs and fosters harmony. It's a powerful way to ensure that your energy is spent intentionally, your relationships are healthy, and your dignity remains intact. This practice is not just about saying no, it's about saying yes to a life of balance, purpose, and self-respect. When boundaries reinforce your self-worth, insults, once a source of pain, can become opportunities for growth. Insults often feel sharp, aiming to unsettle or wound, but within their sting lies the potential to cultivate resilience and deeper understanding. The key is not to deny their impact, but to redirect their energy, using them as tools to refine your inner strength. Mastering this art transforms an insult into a mirror for self-reflection and an anvil for forging a more grounded and empowered self. The first step in transforming insults is recognizing their origin. Insults are rarely about the recipient. They often reflect the insecurities, frustrations, or struggles of the person delivering them. By understanding this, you create emotional distance, reducing their power to provoke or harm. This perspective shift helps you see insults not as definitive judgments, but as expressions of someone else's inner turmoil, freeing you from the burden of taking them personally. Resilience begins with how you interpret an insult. Instead of reacting defensively, consider it an opportunity to assess your own emotional triggers. Why did the words affect you? Did they touch on a self-doubt or insecurity? This self-inquiry turns the insult into a chance to understand and address areas of vulnerability, strengthening your emotional foundation over time. Silence can be a powerful response to insults. Choosing not to engage immediately allows you to process the words without being swept up in emotion. This pause signals self-control and demonstrates that you are not easily swayed by external negativity. Silence often disarms the insulter as it denies them the reaction they seek while preserving your peace. Reframing insults as feedback, however poorly delivered, can also be transformative. Even in the harshest words, there may be a kernel of truth or a perspective worth considering. Extracting the useful elements from an insult without absorbing its negativity requires both humility and discernment. This practice not only fosters growth, but also helps you maintain clarity and focus on what truly matters. Gratitude, though counterintuitive, is another tool for transforming insults. Expressing gratitude for the opportunity to learn and grow from a difficult moment shifts the emotional dynamic. Gratitude doesn't mean agreeing with the insult, but appreciating the chance to test your resilience and deepen your self-awareness. This mindset reinforces your ability to thrive in the face of adversity. Empathy plays a crucial role in this transformation. When someone insults you, considering their perspective can soften the emotional impact. What might they be going through? What insecurities or fears drive their behavior? Empathy does not excuse the insult, but provides context that helps you detach from its sting, allowing you to respond with wisdom rather than reaction. Detachment is an essential skill in handling insults. By separating your self-worth from the opinions of others, you shield yourself from unnecessary pain. Detachment doesn't mean indifference, but rather a refusal to let external negativity define your sense of value. This inner strength allows you to navigate insults with calmness and dignity. Self-reflection turns insults into catalysts for growth. Each insult presents an opportunity to evaluate your strengths, weaknesses, and reactions. What does your response reveal about your emotional state? How can you use the experience to reinforce your resilience? This reflection transforms the insult from a moment of pain into a stepping stone toward greater self-awareness and mastery. A sense of humor can also neutralize the power of an insult. By finding the absurdity or irony in the situation, you diffuse tension and maintain perspective. Humor not only lightens your emotional load, but also demonstrates confidence and a refusal to take negativity too seriously. This approach often leaves the insulter disarmed and others impressed by your composure. Turning insults into inner growth also requires self-compassion. A harsh comment can trigger feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. Instead of being overly critical of yourself, treat these moments as opportunities to practice kindness toward yourself. Self-compassion strengthens your emotional resilience, reminding you that your worth is not diminished by others' words. Another powerful strategy is setting intentions. Before encountering potentially negative interactions, decide in advance how you will respond to insults. This proactive approach ensures that your actions align with your values, even in the heat of the moment. By preparing yourself mentally, you maintain control and reinforce your ability to handle challenges with grace. Transforming insults also involves cultivating a growth mindset. Viewing insults as moments of learning rather than attacks shifts your focus from defense to development. This mindset allows you to see each insult as a chance to refine your character, strengthen your resolve, and deepen your understanding of yourself and others. Emotional intelligence is key to mastering this transformation. Recognizing and managing your emotions in response to insults enables you to choose constructive actions rather than impulsive reactions. It also helps you navigate the emotions of others, fostering empathy and understanding even in difficult situations. Emotional intelligence turns insults into moments of connection and growth rather than division and pain. Repetition of this practice builds resilience over time. Each insult you handle with strength and wisdom reinforces your ability to face similar challenges in the future. This cumulative resilience becomes a cornerstone of your character, enabling you to navigate life's difficulties with greater confidence and calm. Using insults as opportunities for growth also involves taking ownership of your narrative. Instead of letting others' words define you, use them as prompts to clarify and reinforce your identity. Who are you beyond others' perceptions? What values guide your actions? Answering these questions helps you stay grounded in your truth, regardless of external judgments. Boundaries play an important role in this process. While insults can be opportunities for growth, repeated or excessive negativity can become harmful. Setting clear boundaries ensures that you protect your well-being while still engaging constructively with challenging moments. These boundaries demonstrate self-respect and reinforce your commitment to maintaining a healthy emotional environment. Gratitude for the lessons hidden within insults strengthens your ability to see the bigger picture. Over time, you may even find that the harshest comments become the most transformative, pushing you to confront and overcome limitations you hadn't recognized. This gratitude turns every interaction into a potential source of growth and empowerment. Turning insults into tools for inner growth is a lifelong practice. It requires patience, consistency, and a willingness to learn. Each step strengthens your ability to transform negativity into strength, ensuring that no insult can undermine your sense of purpose or dignity. Through this practice, you cultivate a resilience that not only protects your peace, but also inspires those around you to find strength in their own challenges. When insults transform into growth, the next step is harnessing the kind of inner confidence that renders external judgments powerless. True confidence doesn't need external validation. It thrives on a deep understanding of who you are and what you stand for. When you carry this kind of confidence, the opinions and judgments of others lose their weight. They may glance off the surface of your being, but they cannot penetrate the core of your self-assurance. This confidence is not arrogance. It is a quiet strength rooted in clarity and self-respect, allowing you to move through life unaffected by the shifting winds of external critique. Inner confidence begins with self-awareness. To truly trust yourself, you must first know yourself. This means understanding your values, goals, strengths, and even your limitations. Self-awareness provides the foundation for confidence by anchoring your sense of identity. When you know who you are and what matters to you, the judgments of others become background noise rather than defining factors. This clarity allows you to stay focused on your path, undistracted by external opinions. Authenticity is another cornerstone of inner confidence. When you live authentically, your actions align with your values and beliefs. This congruence between who you are and how you live creates a sense of integrity that reinforces your confidence. You don't need to seek approval or fear judgment because you know you are living truthfully. This authenticity becomes a beacon of strength, signaling to others that you are unshakable in your identity. Resilience plays a critical role in building inner confidence. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But confidence grows when you learn to rise from these experiences stronger and more determined. Each time you overcome adversity, you reinforce your belief in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This resilience transforms external judgments into opportunities to reaffirm your strength rather than threats to your self-esteem. Confidence also requires letting go of comparison. The constant measuring of yourself against others erodes self-assurance and fuels insecurity. Instead, focus on your own progress and celebrate your unique journey. When you embrace your individuality, you free yourself from the need to compete or compare, allowing your confidence to flourish independently of others' achievements or opinions. Another essential aspect of inner confidence is self-trust. This means believing in your ability to make decisions, handle challenges, and navigate life's uncertainties. Self-trust grows through experience and reflection. Each time you make a choice and learn from the outcome, you strengthen this trust, creating a cycle of confidence that becomes increasingly unshakable over time. Boundaries reinforce inner confidence by protecting your energy and self-worth. When you set clear limits on how others can treat you, you signal that you value yourself enough to demand respect. These boundaries not only shield you from negativity, but also empower you to engage with the world on your terms, further enhancing your confidence. Embracing vulnerability is another powerful way to build confidence. It may seem counterintuitive, but allowing yourself to be open and authentic, even in the face of potential judgment, demonstrates immense strength. Vulnerability shows that you are comfortable with who you are, flaws and all, and that you do not need to hide or conform to gain acceptance. This openness fosters deeper connections and reinforces your self-assurance. Gratitude also supports inner confidence. By focusing on what you have and what you have achieved, you shift your mindset from lack to abundance. This perspective reduces the impact of external judgments, as your confidence is rooted in appreciation for your journey rather than fear of others' opinions. Gratitude reinforces the idea that your worth is not determined by external validation, but by your own acknowledgement of your growth and strengths. Taking ownership of your narrative is another crucial step. Instead of letting others define your story, take control of how you see yourself and your experiences. This ownership means accepting responsibility for your actions, learning from your mistakes, and celebrating your successes. When you are the author of your own story, external judgments lose their power to shape your self-perception. Consistency in your actions and beliefs further strengthens inner confidence. When your behavior reflects your values over time, you build trust in yourself and earn the respect of others. This consistency signals reliability and integrity, qualities that naturally command respect and reduce the influence of external judgments. Inner confidence also grows through practice. Confidence is not something you either have or don't have. It is a skill that can be developed. Each time you step out of your comfort zone, face a fear, or take on a challenge, you build confidence in your ability to handle life's complexities. This incremental growth creates a foundation of self-assurance that is resistant to external critique. Silence and stillness play a subtle yet profound role in cultivating confidence. In a world that often values noise and performance, the ability to remain calm and composed sends a powerful message. This stillness reflects a confidence that does not need to prove itself, a strength that others sense and respect. It also allows you to process judgments without reacting impulsively, maintaining your composure and dignity. Detachment from external outcomes is another hallmark of inner confidence. While goals and ambitions are important, attaching your self-worth to specific outcomes makes you vulnerable to judgment. Confidence grows when you focus on the effort and growth involved in the process rather than the result. This detachment allows you to navigate successes and failures with grace, unaffected by others' opinions. Confidence is also deeply tied to purpose. When you are clear about your purpose and live in alignment with it, external judgments hold less sway. Your focus shifts from seeking approval to fulfilling your mission, creating a sense of fulfillment and self-assurance that transcends others' opinions. Purpose gives your actions meaning, grounding your confidence in something greater than yourself. Empathy enhances inner confidence by fostering understanding and connection. When you approach others with empathy, you create an environment of mutual respect and compassion. This understanding reduces the sting of judgment, as you recognize that others' opinions are often shaped by their own experiences and struggles, rather than a true reflection of your worth. Celebrating small victories reinforces inner confidence. Acknowledging your progress, no matter how minor, creates momentum and a positive feedback loop. This practice shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have achieved, strengthening your belief in your capabilities and diminishing the influence of external judgments. Inner confidence is also about embracing imperfection. Perfectionism often undermines confidence by setting unattainable standards and amplifying the fear of failure. Accepting that mistakes and flaws are part of being human allows you to approach life with greater ease and self-assurance. This acceptance makes external judgments less threatening, as you are no longer striving for an impossible ideal. Ultimately, leveraging inner confidence to render external judgments irrelevant is about reclaiming your power. It's a commitment to valuing yourself, trusting your journey, and living authentically, regardless of others' opinions. By cultivating this confidence, you create a life defined not by fear of judgment, but by the freedom to grow, explore, and thrive on your own terms. Through this journey, you discover that true confidence is not about being invulnerable, but about being unshakably grounded in your worth. When inner confidence shields you from external judgments, the next step is learning to engage with those who seek to undermine you. Empathy, often misunderstood as a sign of weakness, is one of the most profound tools for disarming negativity and fostering understanding. It does not mean excusing poor behavior or compromising your boundaries. Instead, empathy allows you to see beyond the surface of hostility, uncovering the motivations, fears, or insecurities that drive it. This understanding gives you an advantage, turning potential conflict into a moment of clarity and control. Empathy begins with listening, not just to words, but to the emotions and intentions behind them. When someone undermines you, their words might be sharp, but they often reveal more about their own struggles than about you. Listening closely, without interruption or judgment, gives you insight into what they are truly expressing. It also diffuses tension, as people often soften their tone when they feel heard. This active listening is not about agreeing, but about understanding, creating space for a more constructive interaction. Another element of empathy is curiosity. Instead of reacting defensively to undermining behavior, approach it with the mindset of seeking to understand. What drives their actions? Are they acting out of fear, jealousy, or a need for validation? Curiosity shifts the dynamic from conflict to exploration, allowing you to respond with insight rather than anger. It also helps you detach from their negativity as you recognize that their behavior is a reflection of their internal struggles, not of your worth. Empathy requires self-awareness. Before you can truly understand others, you must be in tune with your own emotions and triggers. Recognizing how you feel in moments of tension helps you approach the situation calmly rather than reacting impulsively. This self-awareness also reinforces your ability to maintain composure, demonstrating a level of control that often disarms those who seek to provoke you. Responding with kindness is a powerful way to disarm negativity. When faced with hostility or undermining behavior, kindness creates a surprising and disarming effect. It signals that you are not threatened by their actions and that you choose to rise above the negativity. Kindness does not mean allowing disrespect, but showing that you value dignity and respect in all interactions. This response often confuses or softens the other person, shifting the energy of the conversation. Empathy also involves setting aside assumptions. It's easy to label someone as difficult or malicious based on their behavior, but these judgments often block deeper understanding. By approaching interactions with an open mind, you give yourself the opportunity to uncover the underlying reasons for their actions. This openness fosters a more constructive dialogue, as it allows for the possibility of resolution rather than reinforcing conflict. Boundaries are essential in empathetic interactions. While empathy helps you understand others, it does not require you to accept harmful behavior. Clear boundaries ensure that you protect your energy and maintain respect while engaging empathetically. These boundaries demonstrate that you value yourself and the interaction, creating a balance between understanding and self-respect. Empathy is also about perspective-taking. Placing yourself in the other person's position allows you to see the situation from their viewpoint. This practice can reveal motivations or concerns that were not immediately apparent, helping you respond in a way that addresses the root of the issue rather than just the symptoms. Perspective-taking fosters connection, even in challenging moments, as it shows that you are willing to understand rather than judge. Forgiveness is a natural extension of empathy. When someone undermines you, Holding on to resentment only prolongs the emotional impact. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or condoning their behavior. It means freeing yourself from the weight of negativity. This act of letting go strengthens your ability to approach future interactions with clarity and compassion. Empathy also helps you manage your expectations. Not everyone will respond positively to your efforts to understand them. Some may continue to act out of hostility or insecurity. Empathy, in this context, is about doing your part to foster understanding while accepting that you cannot control others' reactions. This acceptance allows you to engage without becoming attached to the outcome, maintaining your emotional balance. Another benefit of empathy is the way it fosters emotional resilience. By focusing on understanding rather than reacting, you protect yourself from being drawn into unnecessary conflict. This resilience enables you to handle challenging interactions with grace, reinforcing your ability to navigate difficult situations without compromising your peace. Empathy also enhances your communication skills. When you approach conversations with an intent to understand, your language becomes more thoughtful and constructive. This approach often leads to more productive dialogues, as it encourages others to reciprocate your openness and respect. Effective communication is not about winning an argument, but about creating a space where understanding can thrive. Practicing empathy requires patience. Understanding others, especially those who undermine you, takes time and effort. It involves looking beyond the surface and resisting the urge to react to initial provocations. This patience often pays off, as it creates opportunities for deeper connection and resolution that would otherwise be missed. Another important aspect of empathy is self-compassion. Engaging empathetically with others can be emotionally taxing, especially in difficult situations. Taking care of your own emotional well-being ensures that you can continue to approach interactions with strength and clarity. Self-compassion also reinforces your sense of worth, reminding you that empathy is a choice, not an obligation. Empathy also fosters personal growth. Each empathetic interaction challenges you to expand your understanding and refine your emotional intelligence. This growth not only enhances your relationships, but also strengthens your ability to navigate life's complexities with confidence and grace. The lessons learned from these interactions often extend far beyond the moment, enriching your overall perspective and resilience. Another profound aspect of empathy is its ability to transform relationships. When you approach others with empathy, you create an environment of trust and respect. Even those who initially undermine you may begin to soften or reconsider their behavior when they feel understood. This transformation is not guaranteed, but it is often enough to shift the dynamic toward greater harmony and understanding. Empathy also deepens your self-awareness. Each interaction is an opportunity to reflect on your values, triggers, and responses. This self-awareness enhances your ability to approach future situations with greater clarity and intention, reinforcing your emotional resilience and ability to lead with empathy. Ultimately, empathy is a tool for empowerment. It allows you to engage with others from a place of strength, understanding, and purpose, turning even the most challenging interactions into opportunities for connection and growth. By cultivating empathy, you not only disarm negativity, but also inspire others to approach life with greater compassion and understanding. This practice transforms conflict into collaboration, creating a life rooted in harmony, respect, and mutual growth. When empathy reshapes your interactions and strengthens your understanding of others, it naturally leads to an even more profound realization: the need to release yourself from the grip of external validation. Seeking approval from others is a habit that can trap even the strongest minds, subtly influencing decisions, emotions, and self-worth. Living above approval doesn't mean rejecting connection or feedback. It means anchoring your value in something deeper than the shifting opinions of others. It's about recognizing that your worth is intrinsic, not determined by applause or critique, freeing you to live authentically and fully. The foundation of living above approval lies in self-awareness. To break free from the cycle of seeking validation, you must first understand where this need stems from. Often, it is rooted in fear of rejection, failure, or not being enough. Recognizing these fears allows you to confront them, replacing external reliance with internal strength. Self-awareness helps you shift your focus from how others perceive you to how you perceive yourself, creating a foundation of genuine confidence. Living without the need for validation begins with defining your values. When you are clear about what matters most to you, the opinions of others become less influential. Values act as a compass, guiding your actions and decisions based on your principles rather than on the expectations of others. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and purpose, reinforcing your ability to stay true to yourself regardless of external opinions. Detachment from external validation is a practice of letting go. It's not about dismissing others entirely, but about recognizing that their approval or disapproval does not define you. Detachment allows you to engage with the world without being swayed by the need to please. This practice fosters a sense of freedom, enabling you to make decisions based on your truth rather than on the desire for acceptance. Self-trust is an essential element of living above approval. When you trust yourself, your instincts, decisions, and abilities, you become less reliant on others' opinions. Self-trust grows through experience and reflection. Each time you act in alignment with your values, even in the face of criticism, you reinforce your belief in your own judgment. This trust becomes a powerful anchor, keeping you steady in a world full of shifting judgments. Releasing the need for validation also involves embracing imperfection. Seeking approval often stems from the desire to be seen as flawless. Yet, true confidence comes from accepting yourself fully, imperfections and all. When you embrace your humanity, you free yourself from the pressure to perform or conform, allowing your authenticity to shine. This acceptance creates a sense of peace, as you no longer feel the need to prove your worth to anyone. Boundaries play a critical role in living above approval. By setting and maintaining clear limits, you protect your energy and prevent others' opinions from undermining your confidence. Boundaries also signal self-respect, showing that you prioritize your well-being over the fleeting satisfaction of pleasing others. These boundaries allow you to engage with the world on your terms, reinforcing your sense of autonomy and self-worth. Another key aspect is focusing on your internal goals rather than external rewards. When your motivation comes from within, you are less influenced by others' judgments. Internal goals are rooted in personal growth, fulfillment, and purpose, making them more sustainable and meaningful than external validation. This shift in focus allows you to measure success by your own standards rather than by applause or criticism. Gratitude supports this practice by shifting your attention from what you lack to what you have. By appreciating your strengths, progress, and unique journey, you cultivate a sense of contentment that reduces the need for external affirmation. Gratitude helps you see your worth clearly, reminding you that you are enough as you are, regardless of others' opinions. Living above approval also requires courage. It takes strength to make choices that align with your truth, especially when they go against popular opinion or societal norms. This courage grows through practice. Each time you act authentically, even in the face of disapproval, you build resilience and confidence, making it easier to stand firm in your values. Feedback, when approached thoughtfully, can support your growth without compromising your independence. Living above approval doesn't mean rejecting all input, but discerning what is constructive and aligned with your goals. Accepting helpful feedback while letting go of irrelevant opinions allows you to grow without being consumed by the need to please. Silence is another powerful tool in this journey. The need for validation often leads to over-explaining, justifying, or seeking reassurance. Choosing silence in moments of doubt allows you to center yourself and reflect, rather than reacting impulsively. Silence fosters self-reliance, as it teaches you to seek answers within rather than from external sources. Living above approval also involves embracing vulnerability. Being true to yourself means accepting that not everyone will understand or agree with you. This vulnerability, far from being a weakness, is a source of strength. It shows that you are willing to take risks and live authentically, even when it means facing criticism or rejection. A growth mindset further supports this practice. Viewing challenges and feedback as opportunities for learning rather than threats to your worth shifts your perspective. This mindset reduces the emotional weight of external judgments, as you see them as part of the process rather than as definitive assessments of your value. Self-compassion is essential for living without the need for validation. It allows you to treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially in moments of doubt or failure. This compassion reinforces your self-worth, reminding you that you are deserving of love and respect, regardless of others' opinions. Focusing on the present moment helps reduce the pull of validation. When you are fully engaged in the now, you are less likely to worry about how others perceive you. Mindfulness anchors you in your truth, allowing you to act with intention and clarity rather than being driven by the desire for approval. Repetition of these practices builds a solid foundation over time. Each step you take toward living authentically strengthens your ability to value yourself independently of external opinions. This cumulative growth creates a life of freedom, where you are guided by your truth rather than by the shifting expectations of others. Ultimately, living above approval is about reclaiming your power. It's a commitment to valuing yourself, trusting your journey, and embracing your uniqueness without seeking permission or validation. By anchoring your worth in your own truth, you create a life of authenticity, fulfillment, and resilience, untouched by the fleeting judgments of the world. This freedom allows you to grow, thrive, and connect deeply with yourself and others, creating a foundation of unwavering self-respect and confidence. When you free yourself from the chains of external validation, you unlock the potential for emotional strength that is unshakable. This strength is not about suppressing feelings or denying vulnerabilities. It's about cultivating resilience, clarity, and self-control in a way that allows you to face life's challenges with grace and composure. Emotional strength, rooted in Stoic wisdom, is the foundation that steadies you during storms and helps you navigate through life with purpose and confidence. The journey to emotional strength begins with mastering your reactions. While you cannot control the events around you, you have full control over how you respond to them. This ability to pause, reflect, and choose your response is at the heart of Stoic resilience. By reframing situations and focusing on what you can influence, you free yourself from unnecessary distress and channel your energy into productive actions. A key component of emotional strength is understanding the impermanence of all things. When you grasp that challenges, successes, and even pain are temporary, you develop a perspective that softens emotional extremes. This understanding doesn't diminish your experiences, but allows you to engage with them without becoming overwhelmed. It creates a steady foundation from which you can handle difficulties with calm and wisdom. Self-awareness strengthens your emotional resilience. By understanding your triggers, patterns, and emotional tendencies, you gain the ability to anticipate and manage your reactions. This awareness acts as a compass, guiding you toward choices that align with your values and protect your peace. It also fosters growth, as it allows you to learn from your experiences and refine your approach to challenges. Another pillar of emotional strength is detachment from outcomes. While it's natural to hope for specific results, attaching your happiness to them makes you vulnerable to disappointment. Detachment doesn't mean apathy. It means investing effort in what you can control while accepting that the outcome is not entirely yours to dictate. This balance gives you the freedom to act with intention and clarity, unburdened by fear or obsession. Gratitude anchors emotional strength by shifting your focus from what is lacking to what is present. Practicing gratitude allows you to recognize the good in your life, even in the midst of challenges. This mindset fosters a sense of abundance and resilience, as it reminds you that there is always something worth appreciating. Gratitude also builds perspective, helping you see setbacks as part of a larger picture rather than as insurmountable obstacles. The discipline of self-control is central to Stoic wisdom. Emotional strength thrives when you can regulate your impulses and direct your actions with purpose. Self-control doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but managing them in a way that aligns with your principles. It involves choosing patience over frustration, understanding over anger, and persistence over despair, even when those choices are difficult. Empathy, surprisingly, plays a significant role in emotional strength. By understanding the emotions and perspectives of others, you create space for connection and resolution rather than conflict. Empathy allows you to engage with challenges from a place of compassion, softening tension and fostering mutual understanding. This approach not only strengthens your relationships, but also reinforces your emotional resilience. Acceptance is another cornerstone of emotional strength. Accepting reality as it is, rather than resisting or denying it, frees you from unnecessary struggle. This acceptance doesn't mean complacency. It means working with the present circumstances rather than against them. By embracing what is, you gain the clarity and energy needed to make meaningful changes and adapt to life's unpredictability. Emotional strength is also cultivated through perspective. Stoic wisdom emphasizes the importance of seeing situations objectively rather than through the lens of fear or bias. By stepping back and viewing challenges as opportunities for growth, you transform difficulties into moments of learning. This perspective not only reduces emotional turbulence, but also builds confidence in your ability to handle adversity. Consistency reinforces emotional resilience. Regularly practicing habits that support your mental and emotional well-being, such as mindfulness, reflection, and purposeful action, builds a foundation of strength that becomes second nature. These habits act as anchors, keeping you steady even in times of chaos or uncertainty. Forgiveness, both of yourself and others, is an often overlooked aspect of emotional strength. Holding on to anger or guilt consumes your energy and clouds your judgment. Forgiveness doesn't excuse wrongdoing, but releases its hold on your emotions, allowing you to move forward with clarity and peace. This act of letting go strengthens your ability to handle future challenges without carrying the weight of past grievances. Emotional strength also requires the courage to face discomfort. Growth often lies on the other side of pain, uncertainty, or fear. By leaning into these experiences rather than avoiding them, you build resilience and expand your capacity to handle difficulty. This courage is not about eliminating fear, but about acting despite it, reinforcing your belief in your ability to overcome. Setting boundaries is another essential practice. Protecting your energy and prioritizing your well-being demonstrates self-respect and create the space needed to cultivate emotional resilience. Boundaries are not about isolation, but about ensuring that your interactions and commitments support rather than drain you. They reinforce your ability to engage with the world from a place of strength rather than depletion. Reflection transforms experiences into wisdom. Taking the time to evaluate your actions, emotions, and outcomes allows you to learn from both successes and setbacks. This reflection deepens your understanding of yourself and the world, equipping you with the tools to navigate future challenges with greater confidence and clarity. Living with purpose strengthens your emotional core. When you have a clear sense of what matters to you and why, external difficulties hold less power to unsettle you. Purpose acts as a guiding light, helping you stay focused and grounded even in the face of uncertainty. It gives your actions meaning, reinforcing your resilience and determination. Mindfulness anchors you in the present moment, reducing the sway of anxiety or regret. By focusing on what is happening now, rather than worrying about the past or future, you cultivate a sense of peace and control. Mindfulness also enhances your ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, strengthening your emotional resilience. Gratitude and humility go hand in hand in fostering emotional strength. Recognizing the interconnectedness of life and appreciating the contributions of others reminds you of the support and resources available to you. This perspective reduces feelings of isolation and reinforces your ability to handle challenges with grace and openness. Emotional strength is a journey, not a destination. Each moment of resilience, each choice to act with intention and clarity, builds upon the last. Over time, these practices become second nature, creating a foundation of strength that enables you to face life's uncertainties with confidence, wisdom, and grace. Through the lens of Stoic wisdom, you discover that emotional resilience is not about being invulnerable, but about being deeply rooted, adaptable, and unwavering in the face of life's ever-changing landscape. When emotional strength becomes your foundation, the realization dawns that change, progress, and resolution often rest on your willingness to take the first step. Waiting for others to act or circumstances to shift can leave you stagnant, while stepping forward empowers you to shape the outcomes you desire. Stoicism teaches that action, rooted in purpose and clarity, is the remedy for hesitation, uncertainty, and inaction. The courage to take that first step, even when the path ahead is unclear, is what transforms potential into progress. Taking the first step requires clarity of intention. Without knowing what you aim to achieve, hesitation can easily take hold. Clarity comes from defining your values, understanding your goals, and aligning your actions with your purpose. When your intention is clear, the fear of taking the wrong step diminishes, as each action becomes a deliberate move toward growth and fulfillment. Courage is essential in initiating action. Fear often holds people back, whether it's fear of failure, judgment, or the unknown. Stoicism teaches that fear is a natural response, but one that can be overcome through reason and preparation. By focusing on what you can control, your effort, mindset, and actions, you strip fear of its power, allowing courage to guide you forward. Courage does not eliminate fear, but redefines it as an opportunity for growth. Taking the first step also requires a willingness to let go of perfectionism. The need for every detail to be perfect before you act often leads to paralysis. Stoicism emphasizes that action is more important than flawless execution. Progress is built through consistent effort, not through waiting for the perfect moment. Each step, no matter how small, contributes to momentum, making it easier to continue moving forward. Self-responsibility is a cornerstone of Stoic action. Recognizing that you are the primary agent of change in your life fosters empowerment. Waiting for others to act or for external circumstances to improve shifts power away from you. By taking responsibility for your actions and decisions, you reclaim control over your life and ensure that progress is not left to chance. Initiating action often involves stepping out of your comfort zone. Comfort can be seductive, offering a sense of safety that makes change seem unnecessary or daunting. However, growth rarely occurs in comfort. By choosing to take the first step into the unfamiliar, you challenge yourself, expand your capabilities, and build resilience. The discomfort of the first step fades with time, replaced by the confidence that comes from progress. The first step is also a declaration of commitment. It signals to yourself and others that you are serious about your intentions. This commitment creates accountability, as it ties your actions to your purpose. Accountability reinforces your resolve, making it easier to stay consistent and focused on your goals. Patience and persistence play a vital role in the journey that begins with the first step. Progress is rarely immediate, and setbacks are inevitable. Stoicism teaches the value of enduring effort, reminding you that the path to growth is not always linear. Each step, even if it feels small or slow, contributes to the greater journey. Persistence ensures that temporary challenges do not derail your progress. Taking the first step also requires humility. It means accepting that you may not have all the answers or the perfect plan. Humility allows you to start despite uncertainty, knowing that the process will teach you what you need to know. This openness to learning and adaptation makes the journey richer and more rewarding. Action often inspires others. When you take the first step, you set an example that encourages those around you to do the same. Leadership is not always about giving direction. Sometimes it's about demonstrating the courage to act. This ripple effect magnifies the impact of your actions, creating momentum that extends beyond your immediate goals. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what you can control. When taking the first step, this principle helps you avoid becoming overwhelmed by factors outside your influence. By directing your energy toward your actions and mindset, you maintain clarity and effectiveness, even in challenging circumstances. This focus ensures that your efforts are purposeful and productive. Taking the first step often involves reframing obstacles as opportunities. Challenges can seem like barriers, but they are often the very experiences that lead to growth and discovery. Stoicism teaches that adversity is not something to fear, but something to embrace as a teacher. Viewing obstacles in this way shifts your perspective, making the first step feel less daunting and more like an adventure. Gratitude can be a powerful motivator for action. Recognizing the resources, opportunities, and strengths you already have fosters a sense of abundance. This mindset reduces the hesitation that comes from focusing on what you lack. Gratitude turns your attention to what is possible, fueling your determination to take that initial step toward progress. Reflection strengthens your ability to act with intention. Before taking the first step, pausing to reflect on your goals and values ensures that your actions are aligned with your purpose. Reflection also helps you learn from past experiences, using them as a guide for future decisions. This thoughtful approach makes your actions more effective and meaningful. The first step is often the hardest because it requires faith in yourself, in the process, and in the possibility of success. This faith is not blind optimism, but a trust that your efforts will lead to growth, even if the outcome is uncertain. Stoicism teaches that while you cannot control the results, you can control your commitment to the journey. This trust gives you the strength to begin. Taking the first step also involves breaking tasks into manageable pieces. Overwhelm often arises when a goal feels too large or complex. By focusing on the next small action, you make progress achievable. Each small step builds momentum, eventually leading to significant accomplishments. This approach ensures that even the most daunting goals feel within reach. Resilience grows through action. The first step is rarely the last challenge you'll face, but each step builds your capacity to handle the next. Stoicism teaches that resilience is not innate, but cultivated through effort and experience. By taking action, you strengthen your ability to persevere, adapt, and thrive, no matter what obstacles arise. Action fosters clarity. Often the path becomes clearer as you move forward. Waiting for perfect clarity before taking the first step can lead to stagnation, as the answers you seek are often found in the process of doing. By starting, you create the conditions for discovery and learning, allowing the way forward to reveal itself. Ultimately, taking the first step is about reclaiming agency in your life. It's a declaration that you will not wait for circumstances to align or for others to act. You are the architect of your journey, and each step is a brick in the foundation of your growth. Through Stoic wisdom, you learn that the courage to act is not just a means to an end, but a source of strength, purpose, and fulfillment in itself. When you embrace the power of taking the first step, the next question becomes how to sustain that momentum and transform it into lasting change. Life's greatest transformations are often built on the foundation of small, consistent actions. These habits may seem insignificant in isolation, but over time, their cumulative effect can reshape your perspective, enhance your resilience, and propel you toward a life aligned with Stoic principles. The simplicity of these habits is their strength, offering achievable ways to integrate wisdom into everyday life without overwhelming complexity. The first habit to adopt is daily reflection. Setting aside time each day to assess your thoughts, actions, and choices fosters self-awareness. This habit allows you to recognize patterns, celebrate progress, and address areas where you might need improvement. Reflection grounds you in the present and connects you with your values, ensuring that your actions align with your purpose. It transforms even ordinary days into opportunities for growth. Starting the day with gratitude is another powerful habit. Expressing appreciation for the people, opportunities, and experiences in your life shifts your focus from lack to abundance. Gratitude nurtures a mindset of contentment and resilience, reducing the grip of negativity or dissatisfaction. This practice doesn't ignore challenges, but reframes them, helping you approach difficulties with a stronger emotional foundation. Simplifying your commitments is an essential habit for maintaining focus and clarity. Overloading yourself with tasks and obligations dilutes your energy and diminishes your effectiveness. By prioritizing what truly matters and saying no to distractions, you create space for meaningful work and personal growth. This simplicity fosters a sense of control and balance, allowing you to engage more fully with your pursuits. Another life-changing habit is cultivating stillness. In a world full of noise and constant activity, the ability to pause and be present is a rare skill. Stillness allows you to process emotions, gain perspective, and recharge. It is not about inactivity, but intentional rest, giving your mind and body the space they need to function optimally. Regular moments of stillness build resilience and clarity, enabling you to navigate life's complexities with greater composure. Practicing detachment from outcomes is a habit that fosters freedom and peace. When you focus on your efforts rather than obsessing over results, you reduce the stress and anxiety that come from trying to control the uncontrollable. Detachment doesn't mean apathy. It means doing your best and trusting the process. This mindset allows you to remain engaged and motivated without becoming consumed by fear or frustration. Journaling is another transformative habit. Writing down your thoughts, goals, and reflections creates a tangible record of your journey. This habit helps you clarify your intentions, track your progress, and identify patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. Journaling also provides an outlet for processing emotions and challenges, offering a sense of release and insight that strengthens your resilience. Consistently practicing gratitude toward others is a habit that strengthens relationships and deepens your connections. Expressing appreciation, whether through words, actions, or gestures, fosters mutual respect and understanding. This practice not only enriches your interactions, but also reinforces your sense of community and belonging. Gratitude toward others creates a ripple effect, inspiring positivity and collaboration in your environment. Daily acts of kindness are another small habit with profound effects. Helping someone, offering a compliment, or simply listening with genuine attention fosters empathy and compassion. These actions may seem minor, but they have a powerful impact on both the giver and receiver. Kindness builds emotional strength and reinforces the values of Stoic philosophy, reminding you of the interconnectedness of all people. Engaging in regular physical activity is a habit that supports not only your body, but also your mind. Movement releases stress, improves focus, and enhances overall well-being. Physical activity doesn't have to be intense or time-consuming. Even a short walk can provide significant benefits. This habit reinforces the Stoic principle of taking care of your physical vessel, recognizing that a healthy body supports a strong mind. Fostering curiosity is a habit that keeps your mind sharp and engaged. Asking questions, exploring new ideas, and seeking to understand different perspectives nurture a sense of wonder and adaptability. Curiosity opens doors to growth and learning, keeping you resilient in the face of change. This habit aligns with Stoic teachings, encouraging you to embrace the unknown with courage and openness. Consistency is the thread that ties these habits together. Small, consistent actions accumulate over time, creating a foundation for significant transformation. The key is not to be perfect, but to remain persistent, embracing the journey rather than fixating on immediate results. Each day becomes an opportunity to practice and refine these habits, reinforcing the values and principles that guide your life. Incorporating these habits into your daily routine doesn't require drastic changes or monumental efforts. Their simplicity ensures that they are sustainable and adaptable, fitting seamlessly into the flow of your life. Over time, these small actions become second nature, shaping a life rooted in purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. Through these habits, Stoic wisdom becomes not just an ideal, but a lived experience, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with strength and clarity. When the power of small habits shapes your character and fortifies your mind, the next step is learning to command respect effortlessly. Respect isn't demanded. It's cultivated through your actions, presence, and values. Stoicism teaches that true respect comes not from seeking approval or asserting dominance, but from embodying principles that inspire trust, admiration, and confidence. Disrespect loses its sting when you become unshakable in your self-respect, and this strength radiates outward, shaping how others perceive and treat you. The foundation of respect lies in self-respect. If you value yourself, others are more likely to follow suit. Self-respect begins with honoring your own boundaries, values, and time. When you consistently uphold these aspects of your life, you demonstrate a commitment to your well-being and integrity. This consistency signals to others that you will not tolerate disrespect, not through confrontation, but through unwavering self-possession. Composure is a hallmark of respect. Stoicism teaches that your reactions define you more than the events around you. When you remain calm and collected in the face of provocation, you display strength and emotional mastery. This poise often disarms those who seek to undermine you, as it shows that their attempts to rattle you are futile. Composure conveys confidence, earning the respect of those around you without a word. Authenticity commands respect. Pretending to be someone you're not erodes trust and undermines your credibility. Living authentically means aligning your actions with your values and speaking truthfully, even when it's uncomfortable. This integrity resonates with others as they see you as someone reliable and grounded. Authenticity creates a foundation for respect that cannot be easily shaken. Humility is another key aspect. While self-assurance is essential, arrogance often repels respect. True humility involves recognizing your strengths while remaining open to growth and feedback. Stoicism encourages balance, reminding you to be confident without overestimating your abilities. This humility fosters genuine connections and mutual respect, as it shows others that you value their input and perspective. Setting boundaries is crucial for maintaining respect. Allowing others to overstep or disregard your limits diminishes their regard for you. Boundaries are not about exclusion, but about defining how you wish to interact with the world. Enforcing these boundaries with clarity and kindness signals self-respect and teaches others how to treat you. This practice creates an environment where respect thrives naturally. Consistency in your actions and decisions builds trust, which is the cornerstone of respect. When your behavior aligns with your words over time, others see you as dependable and credible. This reliability fosters respect because people know they can count on you to act with integrity. Consistency also reinforces your self-respect as it ensures that you remain true to your values. Listening is a powerful way to earn respect. Giving others your full attention demonstrates that you value their thoughts and experiences. This act of presence builds trust and connection, encouraging mutual respect. Listening doesn't mean agreeing with everything, but understanding and considering others' perspectives. This openness often inspires others to reciprocate with respect and understanding. Self-discipline is another trait that commands respect. When you demonstrate control over your impulses, emotions, and actions, others see you as a person of strength and reliability. Self-discipline reflects your commitment to growth and purpose, reinforcing your self-respect and influencing how others perceive you. It shows that you prioritize long-term integrity over short-term gratification. Empathy strengthens your relationships and fosters respect. By understanding and acknowledging the emotions and perspectives of others, you create an environment of mutual respect. Empathy doesn't require sacrificing your values or compromising your boundaries. It simply means approaching interactions with compassion. This practice builds bridges, even in challenging situations, and inspires others to treat you with the same consideration. Detachment from external validation is crucial for maintaining respect. When you act authentically and purposefully, regardless of others' opinions, you display confidence and strength. This independence often earns admiration, as people respect those who remain true to themselves under pressure. Detachment frees you from the need to prove yourself, allowing your actions to speak louder than words. Gratitude fosters respect by shifting your focus from lack to abundance. When you appreciate the contributions and qualities of others, you create an atmosphere of mutual respect. Gratitude also enhances your self-respect, reminding you of your own growth and achievements. This positive outlook influences how others perceive and interact with you, strengthening the foundation of respect. Taking responsibility for your actions is a practice that commands respect. Owning your mistakes and learning from them demonstrates maturity and integrity. This accountability inspires trust and shows others that you value growth over perfection. By taking responsibility, you lead by example, encouraging others to approach challenges with the same level of honesty and self-awareness. Courage is a defining trait of respect. The willingness to stand up for your values, face challenges head-on, and act with integrity, even when it's difficult, earns admiration. Stoicism teaches that courage is not the absence of fear, but the strength to act despite it. This bravery inspires respect because it shows that you prioritize principles over comfort or convenience. Purposeful action is a key factor in earning respect. When your actions align with a clear sense of purpose, they carry weight and meaning. This intentionality demonstrates focus and determination, qualities that naturally command respect. Purposeful action also reinforces your self-respect, as it ensures that your efforts contribute to a meaningful and fulfilling life. Respect is not about controlling others, but about mastering yourself. When you embody the principles of Stoicism, self-discipline, humility, courage, and integrity, you naturally inspire respect from those around you. This respect is not fleeting or superficial. It is rooted in a deep recognition of your character and values. By cultivating these traits, you create a life where disrespect has no foothold, allowing you to thrive with confidence and dignity. When respect is firmly rooted in your character and actions, the next step is understanding how your daily habits influence the way you experience life over time. Some habits, unnoticed or underestimated, quietly erode not only your physical vitality, but also your mental and emotional well-being. The wisdom of Stoicism offers insights into living intentionally, helping you identify and eliminate these bad habits so you can preserve your strength, clarity, and purpose as the years unfold. Neglecting self-awareness is one of the most damaging habits. When you fail to regularly examine your thoughts, actions, and priorities, you drift through life rather than living with intention. This lack of reflection can lead to stress, poor decisions, and a sense of disconnection from your purpose. Regular self-awareness practices, like journaling or meditative reflection, keep your mind sharp and your spirit aligned with what truly matters. Holding on to resentment accelerates aging in both the mind and body. Carrying emotional baggage, whether from grudges or unresolved conflicts, weighs heavily on your mental health and can manifest physically through stress-related ailments. Forgiveness, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, frees you from this burden. By letting go of anger and practicing empathy, you release tension and restore emotional balance. Overindulgence in comfort undermines resilience and adaptability. Avoiding challenges, whether physical, mental, or emotional, weakens your ability to handle adversity. Comfort, while tempting, can lead to stagnation, a state that accelerates the decline of both body and mind. Stoicism teaches the value of voluntary discomfort, taking on manageable challenges to build strength and maintain vitality. This habit fosters growth and prepares you for life's inevitable hardships. Ignoring the power of movement is another habit that hastens aging. A sedentary lifestyle affects your physical health, mental clarity, and emotional stability. Regular physical activity, even in small amounts, keeps your body strong and your mind engaged. Movement is not just exercise, it's an affirmation of life, a way to honor your body's capabilities and maintain your energy over time. Allowing negativity to dominate your thoughts is a silent but potent contributor to premature aging. Dwelling on worst-case scenarios, harboring self-doubt, or constantly criticizing yourself creates a mental environment that saps joy and energy. Cultivating a Stoic mindset of gratitude and focusing on what is within your control shifts this dynamic, replacing negativity with purpose and resilience. Neglecting meaningful connections also takes a toll on your well-being. Isolation or shallow relationships lack the depth needed to sustain emotional health over the years. Stoicism values the bonds that enrich life, emphasizing quality over quantity in relationships. Building connections based on trust, respect, and shared values fosters a sense of belonging and emotional fulfillment, which are essential for enduring vitality. Living without moderation accelerates decline in subtle but consistent ways. Overconsumption, whether of food, alcohol, information, or entertainment, strains your physical and mental systems, leading to imbalance. Moderation, a key Stoic principle, promotes harmony and sustainability in all aspects of life. By practicing restraint, you create space for clarity, energy, and focus, allowing you to age gracefully and intentionally. Resistance to change is another habit that quietly ages you. Clinging to the past or fearing the future limits your adaptability and creativity. Life is a constant flow of events, and rigidity in thought or action creates unnecessary stress. Stoicism encourages embracing change as a natural part of existence, teaching you to approach it with curiosity and resilience. Flexibility in thought and behavior keeps your mind open and engaged. Overloading yourself with unnecessary stress accelerates aging on every level. When you constantly focus on things outside your control, you drain your energy and diminish your peace. Stoicism's dichotomy of control offers a solution. Focus your energy on what you can influence and let go of what you cannot. This practice reduces anxiety, preserves your mental clarity, and fosters a sense of calm that supports long-term well-being. Each of these habits carries the potential to subtly undermine your vitality, but awareness and deliberate action can reverse their effects. By aligning your daily choices with the principles of Stoicism, you create a life rooted in strength, clarity, and intention. This alignment not only preserves your physical and emotional health, but also ensures that your later years are filled with wisdom, purpose, and joy. When the realization of habits that quietly drain your vitality begins to shape your actions, the next step is to anchor your life in guiding principles that transform your perspective and choices. Certain principles hold the power to ignite profound change in a moment, shifting the way you approach challenges, relationships, and personal growth. Stoic philosophy offers a timeless framework for this transformation, providing clarity and direction in a world often filled with uncertainty. The first principle that redefines life is understanding the dichotomy of control. This simple yet profound idea teaches that peace comes from focusing only on what you can influence and letting go of what lies beyond your power. This practice reduces stress, frustration, and wasted energy. By directing your attention toward your thoughts, actions, and responses, you regain control over your life and free yourself from the turmoil of uncontrollable events. Another transformative principle is the power of purposeful action. Stoicism emphasizes living intentionally rather than reacting impulsively. Purposeful action means aligning your choices with your values and long-term goals. It's about acting with clarity, even in small tasks, knowing that every action contributes to the larger tapestry of your life. This principle fosters a sense of fulfillment, as you no longer feel like a passive participant in your own story. Embracing impermanence is a principle that brings both liberation and perspective, recognizing that everything, pain, joy, success, failure, is temporary, allows you to face life's changes with grace. This understanding doesn't diminish the significance of experiences, but enriches them by encouraging you to fully engage without clinging or fearing loss. Impermanence reminds you to appreciate the present moment and approach challenges with resilience. The principle of self-discipline is another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement, allowing you to stay consistent in your efforts despite distractions or setbacks. This principle doesn't require perfection, but persistence. Each act of discipline strengthens your resolve, building momentum toward your goals. It also cultivates trust in yourself as you prove your commitment through consistent action. Practicing gratitude transforms the way you see the world. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what you have, fostering a sense of abundance and contentment. This principle doesn't ignore challenges, but frames them within the context of growth and learning. Gratitude strengthens your emotional resilience, reminding you of the resources, relationships, and opportunities that enrich your life. Another principle that reshapes your life is emotional mastery. Stoicism teaches that while emotions are natural, they should not dictate your actions. Emotional mastery involves recognizing and understanding your feelings without letting them control you. This principle empowers you to respond to situations thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. By cultivating this inner balance, you navigate life's ups and downs with clarity and strength. The final principle is the pursuit of virtue. In Stoicism, virtue, character, integrity, and wisdom is the highest good. Living virtuously means acting in alignment with your values, treating others with respect, and striving for personal growth. This principle brings a sense of purpose and fulfillment as you live not just for yourself, but for the greater good. It also inspires others, creating a ripple effect of positive change in your relationships and community. Each of these principles has the power to transform your perspective, actions, and interactions. Together, they create a framework for living with intention, resilience, and wisdom. By integrating these principles into your daily life, you experience a profound shift in how you approach challenges and opportunities, leading to a life of purpose, fulfillment, and unshakable clarity. Through Stoicism, transformation becomes not just a possibility, but a way of being accessible in every moment. As principles guide your life toward purpose and fulfillment, the way you begin each day becomes the foundation for how those principles manifest in your actions. Morning routines are often overlooked, yet profoundly impactful. The first moments after waking are a canvas, setting the tone for your mindset, energy, and focus throughout the day. Stoicism teaches us to avoid pitfalls that can derail clarity and intention right from the start, allowing us to create a foundation for a disciplined and meaningful day. One of the most detrimental actions in the morning is reaching for distractions immediately upon waking. Starting the day by scrolling through your phone or bombarding yourself with emails and notifications creates chaos in your mind before it has a chance to find balance. This habit shifts your focus outward, making you reactive rather than proactive. Instead, beginning the day with intentional stillness or reflection allows you to anchor your thoughts and prepare for the challenges ahead. Rushing through the morning without purpose is another common mistake. When you wake up late or fail to allocate time for mindful preparation, you lose the opportunity to start with intention. Stoicism emphasizes the value of preparation, not just for tasks, but for the mental and emotional state you carry into the day. A deliberate morning fosters clarity and composure, ensuring you move through your day with focus. Dwelling on yesterday's mistakes or anxieties as soon as you wake up creates unnecessary mental weight. While reflection is valuable, allowing past events to dominate your morning disrupts your ability to focus on the present. Stoicism teaches the importance of accepting what has already happened and directing your energy toward what lies ahead. The morning is a chance for renewal, a moment to embrace the opportunities of the new day. Skipping moments of gratitude upon waking is a missed opportunity to align your perspective. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, fostering a mindset of abundance and contentment. By consciously acknowledging the positives in your life first thing in the morning, you set a tone of appreciation and resilience that carries through the day. Gratitude reinforces the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within your control. Engaging in negative self-talk at the start of your day weakens your emotional foundation. Words hold power, and the way you speak to yourself influences how you face challenges. Replacing criticism with encouragement and affirming your intentions builds confidence and clarity. Stoicism reminds us to master our internal dialogue, ensuring that the thoughts we entertain align with our values and goals. Overindulging in comfort during the morning can also hinder your progress. Whether it's staying in bed too long or avoiding necessary but uncomfortable tasks, this habit reinforces stagnation rather than growth. Stoicism values discipline and intentional discomfort as tools for building resilience. Starting your day by facing small challenges sets a precedent for tackling larger obstacles with courage and determination. Failing to plan your day in the morning is like setting out on a journey without a map. Without a clear direction, it's easy to become overwhelmed or distracted. Taking a few moments to outline your priorities and goals creates structure and focus. This practice aligns with the Stoic emphasis on purposeful action, ensuring that each decision you make contributes to your larger objectives. Allowing external pressures to dictate your morning undermines your sense of autonomy. Whether it's responding to demands from others or feeling rushed by obligations, starting the day in a reactive state diminishes your ability to act with intention. Stoicism encourages you to establish boundaries and prioritize your own well-being, creating space to approach your morning with clarity and control. Neglecting your physical well-being in the morning impacts your energy and focus for the rest of the day. Skipping hydration, movement, or nourishing food deprives your body of the resources it needs to function optimally. Stoicism reminds us of the interconnectedness of mind and body, emphasizing the importance of caring for both. Small, consistent actions to support your physical health in the morning build resilience and vitality. Ignoring moments of reflection or mindfulness creates a disconnect between your intentions and actions. The morning is a natural time for introspection, allowing you to align your thoughts with your values and purpose. Stoicism teaches the value of self-awareness, encouraging practices like journaling or meditation to cultivate clarity and focus. These moments of stillness ground you, ensuring that you move through the day with intention. Starting the day with complaints or focusing on problems sets a negative tone that is hard to shake. While challenges are inevitable, dwelling on them first thing in the morning magnifies their impact. Stoicism encourages reframing difficulties as opportunities for growth, shifting your perspective to one of empowerment. Beginning your day with a focus on solutions and possibilities creates a mindset of resilience. Allowing indecision to dominate your morning wastes valuable energy. Procrastination in small tasks, like choosing what to wear or what to eat, creates unnecessary friction in your routine. Stoicism values decisiveness, urging you to streamline your mornings with simple, intentional choices. This habit frees your mental resources for more meaningful decisions later in the day. Neglecting the practice of setting intentions in the morning leads to aimlessness. Intentions act as a compass, guiding your actions and interactions throughout the day. Without them, it's easy to be pulled in multiple directions, losing sight of what truly matters. Setting clear intentions aligns with Stoic principles of purpose and focus, ensuring that your day unfolds in harmony with your values. Starting your day with comparisons diminishes your confidence and clarity. Whether through social media or internal judgments, measuring yourself against others erodes your self-worth. Stoicism teaches the importance of focusing on your own journey rather than external benchmarks. Cultivating self-awareness and gratitude in the morning strengthens your sense of purpose, reducing the need for validation from others. Neglecting your mindset in the morning affects every aspect of your day. The thoughts you entertain and the actions you take upon waking shape your perspective and energy. Stoicism encourages deliberate cultivation of a positive, purposeful mindset, ensuring that you approach the day with resilience, focus, and clarity. By avoiding these pitfalls and embracing intentional practices, your mornings become a source of strength and clarity. Each day begins as an opportunity to align your actions with your values, fostering a life of purpose and fulfillment rooted in Stoic wisdom. These small but meaningful changes transform not only your mornings, but the trajectory of your entire life. Mastering these Stoic attitudes equips you with an unshakable inner foundation, allowing you to rise above underestimation and negativity. You've explored the power of silence, the strength of indifference, the wisdom of non-reaction, and the transformative practice of self-respect. These principles are not just tools for handling others, but a blueprint for cultivating an unbreakable sense of self. By focusing on what truly matters, your actions, your integrity, and your growth, you become untouchable in the face of criticism and doubt. Stoicism teaches us that true power lies not in forcing respect, but in commanding it through the way we live. When you embody calm confidence, turn challenges into opportunities, and hold firm to your values, you silence not just words, but the very doubts others may hold. You become a living testament to the strength of resilience and the grace of wisdom. What's your go-to attitude when someone underestimates you? Let us know in the comments below. Your insights might inspire others on their journey. And if you found this journey through Stoicism meaningful, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a chance to deepen your wisdom and strengthen your resolve. Let's grow stronger together, one principle at a time.